You want to see a picture of it?
Probably not. Ah!
Yeah, this thing attacked you.
I don't like this.
One of them escaped.
Oh. Am I glowing? Yes, I'm a glow stick.
We figured you were going to want to be a target of light, so we made a glow on you.
Yes! I love being a glow stick. Glow cat, glow.
Another thing you missed is there's also this guy, who's a Final Fantasy elf.
You got pokey ears.
Straight from Vanadil. He didn't even go to yours, yeah. Is that a reference to anybody?
No.
Is that from 12?
Is that from 12? No. 12 is, what's that place called? Ivalice.
Yeah, but that one pops
That's
up in Final
tactics.
Fantasy 14.
Ugh. Everything pops up in 14. Even Dragon Quest pops up in 14.
And Monster Hunter.
It's the same game. Vanadil is
How meat might
Eorzea.
be the world's most perfect food.
Deleting it?
Mm-hmm.
What might be the world's most perfect food?
Palmini.
Almini.
I don't know what
They're
that
meat
means.
dumplings.
Oh.
Very good
They're
stuff.
Russian
Oh, shit.
or Eastern European.
For a starting hero point. Somebody summarize for Sarah what has been going on.
Okay, so you guys picked up an NPC Warpriest who's gonna take you to the land where all the memories are stored. But suspiciously, nobody ever seems to come back from these places, but it's also supposed to be an honor.
It's if that is not clear or awkward, it's because people go there specifically to contribute their memories and die.
Makes sense. I was gonna say, do they become memories?
Why are you guys going there?
To seek the Holy Grail.
All right, that's no hero points for any.
I'm assuming
No,
to
it's
cure the
because
curse from that
there's a
lady that we
whale.
cursed the one time.
There's a whale. There's a symbol on the key that relates to a whale.
Like the
Right?
big menacing creature in my dream, yes. I remember a whale.
I didn't know you had a dream of a whale, but is that right? The whale, what is it called? It's got a name.
Khali has so far not communicated any of her ill portents.
Could I just, because you read it out loud for everyone else because they were actively there, could I just, copy-paste what you've done to me so I have to read it?
I mean, if you want to, not invest in,
I'm not good at reading out loud.
Well, don't read it out loud. Just, internalize it and then
Like,
communicate it as if it had happened to you.
but communication is my worst ability.
That's what you are. That's your degree.
No, it's not.
What's your
Okay, it
degree
kind
in?
of is, but no, it's not.
What's your degree in?
Accounting, and I also have one in information systems. So yes, but no.
Hey, I was doing inventory all day today.
Inventory.
Golly, you can copy paste your dream if you want to.
I just don't think I can explain it very well.
Back to this,
But no, there's specific memories that we're seeking out for a particular person, I believe, who fell ill. Suspiciously?
No, we're looking for the memories of the mother of the creepy elf dude. Because they had to do with a whale, but I can't remember the name of the whale.
Osoyo,
Osoyo.
the black frost whale.
Right. I told you it was a whale.
Jinthial's mother was a member of a secret society that was on guard to be ever vigilant against Osoyo. And
Against a whale.
he doesn't. Jinthial doesn't know any more than that, so has asked you to consult his mother in the memory cache to see if there is a way to heal Aleli, who is stricken by the Omnibulate curse when she laid a finger on the Shade Wither key. Look at all these like keywords I'm saying.
Yes.
Probably should have pulled up my notes that I took from last session, huh?
Maybe.
So you have made your way deep into the bowels of the mountainside where the
Let's get a hero point for that. Adam's like, no, that was the worst summarizing ever.
you get everybody gets your starting hero point for contributing as a team.
See, they can't
I
summarize.
feel
Why do I
cheated.
have to summarize my dream?
So you made your way into the mountains, several miles away, and at a point where it became a map rather than a travel montage, you were attacked by these sloth-like, monkey-like, koala-like creatures that try to cook you from the inside out.
Like,
It was rude and inconsiderate.
No,
They kept
I'm not
climbing.
a burrito.
But you managed to defeat one of them and drive the other one off.
What do you mean not a burrito? I want to just like say that burritos have rights too.
You managed to defend yourselves away, and have been kind of cooling your injuries in this nice, refreshing pool of cave water, while Khali has been tending to injuries. If you scroll up a little.
mhm.
And actually, with your continual recovery, will not be much longer before you could potentially make more checks, or could continue carrying on.
Mhm.
This is an opportunity for anyone that wants to reset exploration activities. Do so. You are granted agency. The game is unpaused.
Cool.
I wasn't sure, Khali, what you wanted to prepare today.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
So I did the same thing you had the other day, and we've distributed all your stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
We threw one bottle lightning, and I think that's it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we're necessarily all that beat up.
No, you guys, I think, in my opinion, are good to go along.
He's just trying to get us all killed.
Yeah, I'm not a licensed medical professional.
Neither am
Kirrik
I.
could be going first, but I can't drag him.
Oh yeah, nobody's driving Kirrik. Oh, and
oops.
I need to turn Khali off from
Oh, where's Nick?
traffic.
Bottom of China, last update.
Oh. Let's not kill him. That seems extreme.
I can't.
I already
Yeah.
called it.
I couldn't kill him if I tried.
I think you're just not trying hard enough.
So this is a natural stone cavern,
No, it's not.
which has carved into dozens of relief statues. Most of them are very
Doesn't that at some point mean it's not natural anymore? Like,
I mean, that's why I said no, it's not. It's because I could see the statues.
the walls of the cave are like the walls aren't carved, but carvings have been put into the walls.
What?
I understand what you mean.
They're familiar humanoids wearing robes and carrying books and staves. Some of them are humanoid but insectile or reptilian or have animalistic features, mostly like some some kind of rodent-like creature. Not necessarily rat folk, but they have the kind of features that you expect a humanoid anthropomorphic,
Rat?
Rat. Could be a beaver, something with teeth.
I would say you can't mistake a rat for a beaver, but I've seen 19th century photos where they labeled marmots as immature porcupines.
If it's standing up and wearing a robe, it might,
People are doing the best they can.
There's a particular part of a beaver I think I would be looking for to make sure that it's a beaver. Or, compared to a squirrel.
The fur, right?
Yeah. Are they wet? Anyway, Kirrik is the only one searching, so nobody's aware of this trap.
I mean, I figure if there's a trap, Kirrik will find it.
That's true.
That's true. And Kirrik found it. I move him a little bit more into the room.
We appreciate Kirrik.
I was thinking this hallway was oddly suspicious.
I assumed all the statues were going to attack us.
They don't. The statues don't move or activate in any way, but their eyes begin to burn with this glowing yellow light. And everybody who can see the statues, trigger word, make this will save.
Oh, I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at those.
Oh, that was...
We're all bad at those.
All right, then. We had a button.
I hit the button. I just had the manual thing toggled by accident.
I've revealed to you.
Oh, hey. Good job.
So the guy who's leading you to your deaths.
Not suspicious at all.
Okay, so all of you but Yawn. You are stricken with this shameful and anguished feeling that you are not good enough for these statues to let you pass. You are immediately filled with the dread of sitting down at an exam you did not study for, or some professional failing in your historical career. And that manifests as mental damage.
Oh dear.
Ouch! So that is a basic save, so Lycaena, you will take double that. Khali, you will take double that.
That knocks me out.
It's just like, I can't handle this, and passes out.
What did I walk into?
I don't know. Can you treat a headache?
I treat my own headache.
Khali's
We're
dying of
all
shame.
being forced to confront our shameful reality that we are deeply unworthy as people.
You are not smart enough to be here, and
You, however, apparently are like
problem.
I mean,
pretty
he's
fond of
arrogant,
you.
so that tracks.
You're like, I'm unworthy, but I just don't care that much.
When Khali is the scientific character, so her thinking that she is not smart enough to be here is overwhelming to such a degree that she passes out. Please roll initiative.
I think it's a
All
little.
the statues. That's not a one-off thing.
Nope.
Wait, was it supposed to take half damage?
You succeeded. You take half damage.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna reveal this, and it doesn't say that it's a basic save. So let's group think this.
Will save or take damage.
But it's
Okay, yeah.
So would you take double damage?
You
No.
would not, because it's not a basic save. It doesn't have,
Yeah.
and so it doesn't. So there's no critical failure.
This
effect.
is poor writing. So yeah,
You either take
That's
damage
cool.
or you don't. No double or no half.
let's undo the double damages there, guys.
I'm not dead.
I
Are we
mean,
not taking double damage?
No, take regular damage.
Oh.
Also, what? They roll max fucking damage on
It
that?
did roll max
Rude.
damage.
So I should take what? How much damage? No, I'm all confused.
All right,
I
I'll
don't
fix you.
know how to.
I'll fix both
Fix
of
me.
you.
Cool.
Okay, and then I take this damage.
I'm gonna pick up the stuff that it auto dropped me.
Yeah, and make yourself unprone and all that business.
Oh, yeah, it's probably good. Not prone, not wounded. I am lit up.
Did you get one shot by this?
I
You
did.
get one shot on
Yeah.
that,
Ah,
and-
I mean, we're only 3rd level. 36 damage is a lot of damage at 3rd level.
I didn't realize it was 36 damage.
Teriani
Well, yeah,
and-
double 18.
Yeah, Teriani and
Sorry,
Jan,
I
roll
realized
initiative.
you're
I'm sorry, I'm so spooked about the damage. I'm not worthy of initiative.
Now, just before you get settled in what this thing could potentially do, it's this is a complex magical trap, so this is a hazard, and its routine is arguably different from its trigger thing here.
Oh no.
Are they going to start like quizzing us? Is this going to be like a dissertation defense gone bad?
Joe, not rolling initiative, but rolling perception. All right, so Lycaena, you are first to act. It is clear that this is a some sort of. I hesitate to say trap, but I most like it becomes clear to you that this is some sort of filter to keep dummies from getting too far into this thing. It is overwhelming your minds with illusion magic. You are constantly like reliving intellectual failures and shames where you haven't felt like you were smart enough or contributed enough is running through your head.
Oh god, I am beating myself up over not catching the Nephilim still being in the key.
Yeah, and remember that time you couldn't beat the
I-
microwave demons by jumping in a lake and
Oh my god.
Microwave demons.
Microwave
The
demons?
funniest-
Really?
I hope that's their canonical name.
So it becomes obvious to you that these are
Microwave koalas. Let's be clear here.
I think I need to watch the last.
yeah, we had a problem.
We got microwaved.
By koalas.
Congratulations, you've been caught up to the last session.
That's all we did was fight microwave monkeys.
Mm.
It's obvious
We
to
fought
you.
microwave koalas and met our new party member who may or may not regret knowing all of us right now.
It's obvious to you that this is a magical effect, so if you have Dispel Magic, you could use that to potentially counteract it. It is magically powered, which you could disable with Arcana or Occultism. It would also be obvious to anybody trained in Thievery that you could use Rogue Shenanigans to end this problem.
Deface the statues.
Yeah.
Use magical implements to disrupt the flow of magic.
Yeah, and the statues aren't animate, but all of their eyes have lit up with this glowing yellow kind of aura.
Did I smash something?
Also these things are clearly physical objects. You could try and smash something. At that point,
All
you're
right.
potentially dealing with hardness and such.
That's a lot of fucking statues to smash.
I mean, there might be like once X of them were smashed, they can't support each other anymore.
Listen, nobody makes Kirrik feel inferior.
Yeah.
Nobody puts Kirrik in the corner. Wait. That's wrong.
So, what's Lycaena gonna smash?
Am I up next?
Yeah, you're first. You managed to go.
Oh, wow. I almost never go first. I'm not used to it. What was it we needed to roll to try to figure this thing out?
If you wanted to disable it, your best skill as far as your proficiencies would be occultism.
I'll try.
I've got a prompt.
Oh, I was just gonna roll it. I mean, but should it be public or not?
It's public. You will succeed or not. And you did not.
I didn't. Once again, another intellectual failure to add to the.
Oh no. You have an action left. You could feel free to move if you want to. You don't need to be necessarily anywhere.
I mean, arguably, we just need to. Don't we just need to get out of here? Like,
yeah, you could. You
couldn't we just like?
potentially, yeah. If this is indeed a filter, you could pass through it. Lycaena, you might see things over there that you're not particularly excited to see.
Oh, I do see things that I'm not particularly excited to see, but I also moved too far. This is 25 feet. So.
Okay. So next is going to be the trap activating.
Mm.
So Lycaena, Kirrik, Jan, and Teriani.
All right.
Make a will save.
Well, it's nice
Feels-
knowing you
feels
guys.
very familiar.
Oh, hey, I'm not dead. You might be. Oh, wait, I got the dice mixed up. I thought I was the 18. It turns out I rolled a 6.
Everybody fail.
Excuse me?
Everybody failed. No, you didn't fail.
Hold
Uh,
on.
The fact that like the one person from this planet is like, no, I have every right to be here.
Yeah, aren't you? Why aren't you guys
And the
like
rest
ready for
of
this
us-
kind of thing?
Are like full of paralyzed ennui.
All right, 6 damage, no additional effects or conditions.
Teriani's down. Teriani's down? Yeah, there we go. Just take a couple seconds. Maybe I shouldn't actually.
Wait, hold on. He said no additional conditions, which means you can't go down.
You can't go down. You're immune to prone. You're immune to dying.
And I dropped 2 daggers.
Oh, and when's the fancy shadow dagger?
What are you doing walking around with 2 daggers in your hand?
All right.
Because the
Well,
last
just
time
stab
I
things
drew an extra
twice.
Drago because there was a possibility of me throwing daggers, and I didn't want to throw my fancy dagger.
Yawn.
I think this is probably the best time to use that dispel magic.
Okay, make that counteract check. Success. Several of the eyes of the statues go out and dim, but not enough to deactivate the entirety of the thing.
Okay, with that, I've got 1 action left. Can I use it for an occultism check?
No.
Okay. Just move over here then.
Bye, Teriani. Khali.
Is he down or is Teriani just there?
Teriani is unconscious.
Is he dying though?
He is dying.
Oh. Well, I don't have potions on me, so
It's so great, it's literally killing me.
I find that this happening to Teriani immediately is somewhat thematic because he's always been the hardest on himself.
I want to hit Teriani. Does Teriani have potions on him?
I do. There is one of the potions that you gave me in my belt.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Where-
can I administer that to Teriani?
Sure, I'll hit this button here. Hit the use button.
Oh, that took it out of my inventory. Cool.
You can hit the apply healing button.
Cool. Teriani's not dying. That would be what, 2 actions?
Yeah.
Cool. I think for now I'm just gonna. I can't see where everyone is. I think I just want to like take a step back, honestly, from this. So
Okay, just kind of leap back over that away.
yeah,
All right, Kirrik.
I smashed one of the statues.
Okay, make an attack roll. That is a success. Roll damage.
Oh, that wasn't two-handed. Well,
Okay, you pick at random, just the statue nearest to you, and you smash its head. The lights on it go out, as well as several other lights flicker.
is that a 2-action attack because I'm disabling a device or whatever?
No, it's not. You were having to
Actually?
compete with hardness compared to anybody else, so you can make attacks freely.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and change my grip, and we'll try it again.
That misses.
Yeah, that's it.
Lycaena, you're back up. It does not look like very many of these statues are still lit up. Jan managed to disable quite a number of them with his Dispel Magic, and Kirrik smashing a statue seems to have triggered several more.
Is Teriani stable?
Yes.
He's
Okay.
conscious even.
Excellent. I guess I'll attack a statue.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
That's unfortunate.
Well, dang.
You miss a statue.
You hit it. It just hit it on the plane where it just kind of skidded along. Iterative attack success. Roll damage. Okay, that is going to bash ahead. Okay, so at this point, there's only like maybe 1 or 2 lights left. If I were going to give it, a health bar to represent how much left it has going, it would be this. Came up and struck twice. Teriani, conscious and on the ground.
I am going to force these statues to acknowledge my successes that got here and roll occultism.
The button. Guess what I learned from the dream realm.
Statues, you're stupid.
I hero point the hell out of that.
Yeah, we need to talk about what
I don't give a
Teriani
fuck.
saw when he got knocked out
Yeah.
there. We'll come back to that. Circling back, Teriani, you awake with a cold sweat and the color drained out of you.
And
trying
immediately.
desperately to show that you have what it takes to be considered important in the statues.
Apparently I
Pay
don't.
you no heed.
My main character syndrome in shambles. I still have one more action, right?
Yes.
I grab my fancy dagger.
Cover fancy dagger. All right.
He has to be the main character. He has a fancy dagger.
Kirrik, John, and Lycaena. You guys are all equally dumb.
Ouch. Ouch.
All those were equally dumb.
Jan, make. It seems like the remaining statues, most of the lights have gone out of their eyes, but one of them is focusing on you and is going to try and fill you with a sense of regret and failure of you're bringing outsiders into this place. You are not welcome. Ooh.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll take the damage.
You'll take 4 or 6 damage. And that is it. You've smashed enough of them, it can only make 1 attack now. Jan.
I would also like to attempt an occultism check.
Guy that can read the stars, do it.
Yeah. Why does that seem low? No, that seems right. Okay. All right. Fine. I swing.
Try violence.
I try going about this as a nice and methodical way.
When in doubt, have you considered violence?
You missed.
Exactly. Oh.
Golly. Your friends are all falling apart.
Okay. Do I have to be next to these
Like the-
statues to perform them?
I like
d-
the idea that Khali's response is, "Are they my friends?"
You don't need to be next to them unless you're wanting to strike one of them, but you do need to be within their line of sight to attempt to disable one through magical means.
I want to use occultism. Can I do that from where I'm at, or do I need to move?
You got to get in there.
Where is in
Good.
there?
In
Is
there.
here and there?
That's there. That's good enough. Yep.
Okay, and I have the button.
Button.
Button!
Whoa. Khali, the actual caster of the group, comes in and through what occult knowledge she picked up from being on the beach the other day, just to disable the trap.
Teriani's in shambles.
Teriani's in like actual shambles. Both emotional, mental, and probably physical at this point.
Around pretty hard.
Yeah, you guys managed to bypass the "Are you smart enough? Are you smarter than a 5th grader?" trap with mostly violence.
So we're not
Because we're
smarter than a
not
fifth
smarter
grader.
than a fifth grader.
The reason. Teriani and shambles.
We're just,
Yeah,
we're
those
just
fifth graders didn't see that left hook coming.
Smarter than a 5th grader. I sent that 5th grader packing.
so we're out of initiative.
We're out of initiative. Yes.
Cool.
Can someone apply healing to
Oh,
me,
God.
Teriani?
Freaking Kirrik.
God, Kirrik.
Khali, you're the lay hands on her.
But, buttons.
It's in your basic action.
I know, I'm like looking for my button. There it is.
I mean,
This is the button. And that is the button. There you go, Teriani. 10 healing for you. I didn't mean to press those buttons. It
I
won't
don't want
somebody
to heal for 10
not
damage.
murder.
Don't forget to pick your stuff back up.
Yep, I picked my stuff back up. I pick up. I sheath. Keep a dagger in hand.
Ow.
Nice work.
Yeah, would that be damage to myself?
Yep.
Damage. Okay, now that I've accidentally hurt myself, who wants some healing?
Either
Slash-
Lycaena,
Slash your
me,
wrists
or
open. Who can I
yourself.
help next?
So strictly speaking, only Lycaena. Jan
Okay.
Jan healed himself and is immune for another 40 minutes.
Mm.
But you know, you
But
could hang out in this
Teriani
room.
is like continual recovery. So
Yeah.
we can
By the
have
time,
Teriani as much
by
as
the
we
time
want.
she finished healing,
By the time she finishes healing me, she's ready to heal me again.
it's true.
Not that
So
Teriani is
like-
selfish.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have the capacity to just make sure that you're full hit point, or unless you crit fail like 10 times in a row.
Well, with my luck.
You're a cat. You're explicitly supposed to be lucky.
Yeah, you get to
Um,
re-roll ones. You've never done that in your whole life.
hmm,
I feel like that's a stereotype.
to be fair, I'm
That
a
we
white
should-
cat, and in specific mythologies, white cats are bad luck.
I thought black cats were bad luck.
So most people think black cats are bad luck because that's the general stereotype. For, say, Egyptians, white cats are bad luck because a white cat is a dead cat.
There's the reason.
To put it simply. So,
You got a regular catologist over here.
if I was a red
Yeah.
cat, then I don't think I'd have any sort of bad luck or good luck. But
Wait, you're telling me
Anyways.
I inherited bad luck from you?
Yeah, Sarah.
comment.
Sarah, if you want to spam more treat wound dice rolls,
okay, do I have to target anybody, or can
Yes.
I just?
you'd have to target who you're doing it to, because you might kill them.
Okay, I want permission to target people. As in, can
You
I
can
heal
target
you
me.
or potentially hurt you? Okay. Before I
Lycaena's
roll
okay with
buttons.
being potentially
I'll
getting
take a
killed.
heal and or maim.
Oh. There you go, Lycaena. It's only me and Teriani that I like injure or potentially injure.
You have different opinions about how science works. I think is what.
That's because my
Possibly.
god protects me.
So I could theoretically just keep doing this.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
continual recovery gives you.
Hooray. There you go, Teriani. Alright, now let's accidentally murder myself.
Plan on standing up at all, or you just continue wallowing?
Cool.
Has that been 40 minutes?
No.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? We'll get rid of it. Kill that boy too.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna blow a spell slot if that was the case, and then just continue on with their day.
No, you need resources.
Oh, sorry. I forgot
Okay, I'm
I was
re-rolling
I didn't
that.
realize I was on the ground.
I'm re-rolling that. Re-rolling that.
Famous. The last 2 times you've been treat wounds, it's been. critical
There you go.
failures.
It's a success now. Oh, what do I roll
Rerolling
for
with a
that?
hero point doesn't make the dice roll.
Yeah, what do I roll? 2d8? Okay, hold on. Button, roll.
Man, she's just having a moment with her healing.
I'm always like this, you should know.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think this is new.
I've gotten
I
the
was waiting
most
for the
ones
next
out of
damage.
everybody, so.
I like to think she forgets that we're made out of flesh and occasionally just pulls out, you know, like some welding tools.
I'm sorry, I'm made of fur. You guys are a little different.
Thus far, my god has generally protected me.
Khali, moving farther into this room, you begin to detect magic.
Again? Where from?
Yes, you detect magic.
Oh, okay. Is it from that pile of bones that I can ever so slightly see from here?
You detect magic.
Cool.
I'll tell you where it is when you're casting it as a 4th rank spell.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
We
this
just go through meticulously, bone by bone. I ignore this if it's magic. No change? Okay. I ignore this if it's magic.
Yeah, you guys have the time to do that. Because look at all the bones.
Look at all the bones.
This is a rough-hewn cavern that has huge pillars of carved stone supporting a vaulted ceiling. There are just an impressive number of skeletons and rotted armor scattered across the floor.
Is there any indication that I can see from here of why the skeletons are skeletal?
'Cause they died.
Got him.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Khali. That's exactly what I was asking.
Not all of the skeletons appear to be of the same ancestries. While there are a fair number of what you can more or less identify as elven skeletons, there are several that,
Elven skeleton.
well, people that have ranks
They're
in
long and
medicine can
skinny.
tell, yeah.
Okay.
It's like how you can tell a boy skeleton from a girl skeleton.
That you do that by looking at the hips, but like
Well, these have
That's
elven
because-
hips.
that's because giving birth breaks the potentially causes fractional cracks in the pelvic bone. But if a woman has never given birth, it's extremely difficult to tell.
Well, it's the same thing with elves.
Yeah.
Being an
Thank
elf
you for
cracks
this
your
information I
just
didn't
being
want.
an
Checks
elf
your
and having broke
eyeball
bones.
bones.
being an elf cracks a
Kind
hole
of
in your temple for the
information
ears
you
to grow out
learn
of.
when your mother is an archaeologist and you go to like the Halloween store. and she
Thank
gets
you for
annoyed
this
because
information I didn't want.
Women dressed skeletons don't have appropriately broken appropriate pelvises.
Well, these
Rachel, were you just like born to be a librarian with an archaeologist mother?
Pretty much, yeah.
Born to traumatize me.
well, several of these
There's-
skeletons have broken pelvises, and most of them aren't in good shape whatsoever. Some of them appear to be some sort of humanoidish creature that have like antennae-like husks on their forehead. Some of the creatures appear to be just like insectile husks or exoskeletons entirely.
So is this possibly all the bones in here seem to reflect the statuary we were seeing?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
I was meaning what broke the bodies to make them die and become skeletons.
You see, you can tell. Some
Because
of
we
them.
all agree this next room is super trapped, right?
Well, there are some of them
Yeah.
that are in like more or less whole condition. Others have definitely been like. Some of these skeletons have signs that
Taken damage.
they died through violence. In fact, some of these skeletons are very much in the throes of violence with each other.
Interesting.
Doesn't make a ton of sense. So,
What if something about this
Jan,
room makes you confused?
Jan,
You're the expert here.
this is
Yep.
your culture.
Yeah, they're
What
dead.
do you know about this? What do you know about this place?
Well, people don't usually come down here, and they usually don't come out, so it stands
I
to reason.
fucking noticed. I found them.
Yeah, it stands to reason there may be a few dead bodies down here.
Okay, I'm
This is
sorry, I
slightly more
was
than-
clearly asking the wrong question. What I meant was, what do you know about, like, people come down here to consult the memories, or do they come down here, like, do we think these are the bones of people who came down here to be interred as memories, or do we think these are bones of people who came down here seeking information from the memories?
Well, I'm gonna go with these are people who are seeking the memories,
Okay.
Yeah, why not both?
as we haven't seen anything necessarily neat, magical, or elven that would allow us an audience with said memories. And it seems
That's
like
fair.
a lot of wasted effort to bring the bodies all the way back up to this particular area.
I mean, I am detecting magic somewhere.
Alright, well, I guess we go in the room and see if we die.
I recommend one at a time and Kirrik goes first.
Here's fine with that.
Because he'll live. And I'm just going to slip out of line of sight in case I'm right about the confusion.
Yes, he'll live, but if it's one of those that makes you not see things right and like attack
gonna say,
allies,
if it's a
and murder
confusing
all of
spell,
us.
Like, the rest of us might not, but okie dokie shinoki.
Yeah, as far
Maybe
as you
next
know, you're
room.
crinkling along, and the skeletons aren't like, reacting to your presence. Some of them are better armed or equipped than others. You can see lots of like detritus of weapons, armor in various states of terrible disrepair. Some of it is potentially salvageable, and not to like clue you in or anything, but Khali, you did detect magic once you got close to this, so something in this room is magical.
I suppose that something could be one of these weapons.
Yeah, it's probably either like an actual weapon or armor piece, or it's some sort of.
Okay. Kirrik, getting into the
Intended.
room and knowing that there might be some magical equipment, you peel your eyes to make note of what could be potentially very good gear in here. You notice that there is, just looking around trying to pinpoint what is the nicest piece of equipment, you can see that one of the skeletons tucked over here has a very fine, pristine, betraying its value crossbow still attached to it. The other thing you note, because you did an amazingly good perception check, is that over here on the left-hand wall is a secret door.
Secret tunnel.
Which I think I
Secret
can
tunnel.
feel. I want to open it. Door configuration. Door. The last thing you see, because I was given these in order of importance to use an adventurer, you see that this pile of bones over here that is slowly becoming animate has a magic crossbow on.
This guy's cool, right?
Not so much. So it looks like an elven dude with a spear here, and then two the weird humanoid things with antennas farther north that have long swords and shields sort of start to ramble up now that you're in the center of the room. They're violent, they're hostile, they're mindless. We can fight them and not feel bad about it. Right, Lycaena?
Yeah.
We talked about this.
Why
Listen,
did we
just
specifically
because
call it
Lycaena
Lycaena?
Well, because when we fought
prefers to
the
believe-
microwave monkeys.
Oh.
Well, and we got into a conversation about what are the kind of things that Lycaena would have no objection to fight, and it was mindless undead and all aberrations.
But not microwave monkeys?
What?
animal.
She didn't. I mean, and you're happy that one of them managed to flee and get away, right? Because
Just animals. They don't deserve to.
hey, roll initiative, bud. Now that you're home.
Oh.
Beginning counter. Champion. Oh man, these skeletons get the hell of a jump on you. Kirrik is made out of fire.
I'm an idiot. Of course it's not confusion. It's the skeletons just kicking ass and then laying down when they're done. Huh. Oops.
I
I
wonder
wonder
made this
if they disanimate if they leave the room or attempt to.
I don't know. He's gonna step and strike.
Step and a strike. He's one cool con. Miss.
This is-
Oh, hold on. It's not relevant now, but when I roll initiative, I get to shift my eminence, and I'm going to do this.
Oh.
You missed anyway, but that reminded me I should do this.
His last action is going to be a raise shield maneuver.
The fact that they're capable of knowing to do that is slightly troubling.
Bad instinct.
That's not what I want.
Giant fucking
Put
raise
a
shield like
giant
him.
shield behind him, yeah. He doesn't have the raise shield action on his thing, so I gotta add it real quick.
This music.
Good.
I feel like we're at a hoedown.
We're kind of in a hoedown. Click, click. What? Must have shield equipped. He does have a shield equipped. Don't yell at me, you video game.
That's when we started getting worried about Adam.
There. Shields in
You
his
ding
hand.
dang video game.
All right, that was fun. Next to go is the one with the lance. Guess what? Kirrik, you're gonna hate this.
Oh no.
Fine.
He moves it to a flank and attempts to skewer you with a lance. And does.
Oof. Fucking 6.
See why they can do things that complicated. I thought they were mindless sometimes.
I mean, Mindless still has
uh,
instincts.
Yeah.
You will take an iterative attack.
Derivative.
A miss. Miss because he didn't target you.
They all go before us?
They're all going first.
Oh, God. This is normally a worst case scenario, but I'm doing it kind of okay,
And
so
then you whirlwind attack it.
I wish. I mean, the whole fucking character based on that concept, you never got there.
You had the opportunity.
There's still time.
I know.
I feel like there's backstory
Rob is still running
here,
around
but, like,
somewhere. Oh yeah, he built the giant. He
giant is the
tried to
barbarian.
solo a boss because boss challenged him to a one-on-one, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do it," and then he lost.
I fucking died.
All right, and his last action is raise shield. Yawn.
Well, I mean, I'm having trouble having too much sympathy for that.
Yeah, I mean, I was all for it. Joe, there was even a point where Joe was like, no, but Joe, do it. Kill me.
Yeah,
This
I was,
isn't necessarily.
I was hesitating, but the thing is just like by the book, he challenges like the biggest person to a one-on-one.
Yeah, these skeletons are full. Come at me, bro.
Straight up T-posing.
Whatever.
Walk in the room. Oh, there's 3 problems in here.
Well, that's actually less problems than I thought there was going to be.
Well, we're still in the first round.
Oh.
Let's get in there. I'm gonna cast Forbidding Ward on Kirrik.
Sounds neat.
Yeah. And I'm going to protect you from the Lance guy. So you get +1 AC against him.
Oh. Perfect. Okay. That's all 3 actions.
Yep.
Look at this guy giving you shield bonuses.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Lycaena. All right. Lycaena, you are going to trigger an attack of opportunity.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
The guy with a lance.
Okay.
When you clear that
I'll
pillar
take it.
that he's guarding, he's going to take a swing at you.
Alright, well. Now we know they have attack of opportunity.
But he missed with it.
And I will attack him. I took a double move so I could give Kirrik and myself a flank.
He is going to shield block that.
Look at these things.
He's
being
using his
intelligent.
reaction to shield block.
Decisions. That means he doesn't have a reaction to smack you.
He doesn't have a reaction to smack you, no.
No, I do appreciate that. But that's my whole action set.
Right. Kirrik, you're exactly where you wanted to be.
Whirlwind attack. Spirit damage affects undead, right?
What damage?
Spirit damage?
Yeah. Spirit damage is like untyped damage.
I'm gonna shift eminence and attack. Fuck. I'm gonna shift eminence and attack. Hey,
There you go.
He has no shield block reaction, so here comes the pain.
Here comes 13 damage. I get to heal off of it, which sucks, but well.
Oh, you don't get to
That's,
heal from undead?
No, I need to spend an action to heal from it. I missed my first attack, so I went for a second one.
Drink of my foes. Teriani, violence is happening in there.
I know what to do in this violence. I move here. I move. Yep, I got a move speed. I mean, if I moved earlier in initiative, I'd know what to do. But I didn't move early in initiative. And so what I wanted to do isn't good anymore. I think given the circumstances, I am going to give Kirrik plus... Alan, are you guided right now?
My what?
Oh, no, you're immune to guidance. You know you're not immune to?
Some luck bullshit.
Nudge Fate. I give Kirrik Nudge Fate. My spider within 15 feet of him is going to use Familiar Bound's Luck and give Kirrik a +1 to his AC. And for my last action... And I need to find some more one-action bullshit. Fuck. Actually, hold on. Do I want to be here?
No.
The one next to you, Lycaena, already used the attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah, the top right one is the only one that has a reaction left.
Cool. I'm going to step right in here, right behind Lycaena.
Hey, check it out. There's a secret door right there.
Great done.
Cool. I'm
Hey,
sure this will be relevant here in a second.
Khali, ow! My cat bit me. Khali.
Don't tag me. Oops. Button. I didn't want to do that. Well, I did want to do that, but there, that should be one move, I think. Cool, I can see things now. We're gonna go with good old-fashioned shoot 'em with a rock. And I probably need to get a better weapon that isn't shoot 'em with a rock.
Maybe that magic crossbow in that guy's hands.
I don't think I can use a crossbow, so I need to
Everybody
invest
can
in
use a
training.
crossbow.
Can I?
Yeah, I think you can, because you can specifically get like alchemical crossbows.
Everybody can use a crossbow. They're simple weapons.
Oh, okay,
Why
cool.
we don't have knights anymore. It's not really true, but
I mean, it's not untrue.
it's not untrue.
They were made illegal for a
I
reason.
read somewhere. I feel like I read somewhere years ago that the Catholic Church actually attempted to ban crossbows at one point because they disrupted the order of the universe.
Yeah, I mean, they're very equivocal to modern day firearms in that, like, they just let some normal dude fucking be a threat.
Okay.
Right, exactly. That was
That's
the
my turn.
problem to the
All right,
Divine order.
round 2. No more skeletons join the mix, but all of these reactions are coming back. I think they're going to continue taking advantage of their flank since they still have an adjacent enemy. So let's longsword attack.
Ouch.
And iterative longsword attack. And he steps out of the flank.
Goddamn tactical skeletons.
Tactical skeleton deployed.
Yeah, I don't love the fact that we now apparently have tactical skeletons, but
Next one is going to step into the flank, but he has reach and he's going to be attacking Jan.
Rude.
Because Jan came in and started doing divine casting, and they don't like that.
You put up one little ward.
Ooh, skewered you.
Yeesh.
This is fine.
Yeah, this guy is going to make a strike against Kirrik.
How dare.
Ouch.
Ouch!
Sir?
Strike against Kirrik. Yes, and raise shield. Hey, Jan.
Is anybody else concerned over his hit point total?
Here? He'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Then,
first of all, he has a potion. Secondly, if he's concerned over his hit point total, he can solve it.
That's very true.
That's
I'll be more concerned over my hit point total if I miss my next attack.
Yes, that is also when Lycaena will become concerned.
I am.
Jan can, however, be quite appalled by the fact that the other Warpriest in the party does not appear to be particularly phased by this.
Kirik's got a fucking sword halfway through him, and I was like, "Oh God!" And he was like, "Nah, it's fine. It's just Wednesday."
Yeah, basically. Just like, yeah, he'll be fine. Jan's like, shouldn't we be helping him? Lycaena's like,
Just shrug.
I'm gonna step into the flank, and I'm just gonna cast. No, I'm not gonna cast. I'm gonna swing.
Teriani, retroactively recall knowledge.
Oh shit, you're right. I forgot.
Sorry to interrupt your turn.
That's fine.
We forgot about the house rules. This is a skeleton, my dude.
Yeah. Alright, good to know we don't need to rewind anything. Your book
glad
is not
we've
very
established.
good. I read a lot of fiction, it's kind of the problem. I'm obsessed with stories, not, the way how things are.
Is this the bone zone?
We're in the bone zone.
Oh,
It's bonus content because we're playing on an off day.
There must be some trombones in here.
Nice check.
If this is the bone zone.
Hey, I watched like a 2-hour documentary about where that gift comes from.
Really?
It was compelling. Send you a link because you're the kind of weirdo that watches 2-hour documentaries.
I do. I watched one about cats.
Who did you target?
The one that's
The one
right next
adjacent.
to me.
Perfect.
Yeah. Gonna bully him with bludgeoning damage,
Fully damage.
and I think I had to use an action to sustain forbidding word. So I think that's my turn.
Okay, the math is tight. Lycaena.
crud. So far, Kirrik seems to be standing, so I'm gonna not worry too much about him for the moment. If I move to here, I'm gonna trigger an attack of opportunity.
They have all their attacks of opportunities, yeah.
you can step, and you'll be fine. But if
Can
you
I
step,
step that
it's just
far?
one square.
You could also stride northeast, southeast.
Go right to there. And then come in. Is that right?
Yeah, where are you? Long click on where it is you want to end up. Yeah, it's stride northeast, southeast. That'll get you there without provoking.
Okay.
The southern guy the one that is not shield raised has reach, so can threaten a big area, but the two guys up north can't.
Okay. Good to know. And then I will stabbity.
Skippity, skippity.
Right, roll miss. And I will raise my shield, which apparently I don't have out. So I'm going to do that. And then I will raise it.
Okay.
And I am keeping half an eye on Kirrik in case I need to,
Yeah.
get him back on his feet.
Speaking of Kirrik, let's see if he saves himself.
Let's see.
So you got 2 flanks, but you just roll a 20. Who cares?
Well, there's one murder.
Very mediocre 20 though. I will drink of my foes to gain 9.
Look at all that vitality damage. He has no vitality. Wait a minute.
The bones are good for nutrition.
Yeah,
Oh,
drinking his bone marrow.
Trying
Shoot the sword. And watch this next one be a crit that actually matters. Okay, good.
Okay. Teriani. I'll give you guys an intern macro.
Probably should have stepped out of flank, but oh well.
No,
I
Teriani's
was
gonna murder that guy.
and I mean, I was intending to give Lycaena a magic weapon, but now I feel like spells are kind of a waste in the current
Oh.
combat.
I can give Lycaena a magic hero point.
Okay, I hope that's good enough.
Yeah. I'd rather have a
hero
hero
point.
point than a magic weapon. Maybe?
I mean, I'll also always take a magic weapon, but
Yeah, but I might also just kind of give you a +1, -1 AC of the guy between you, and then see how things go from there. And that's probably actually the play.
for it's worth. It's pretty clear that Lycaena isn't overly concerned with her situation.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is just kind of this is a day. All right,
Yeah, that's why she hasn't busted out her
her spells.
harm
Alright.
undead with magic thing, because it feels like this is just a bit of a
I'm gonna cast needle darts at the guy in the middle. Yep.
Woof. You hit.
11 kill him.
Yep.
Cool. Yep, I'm gonna use my last action.
Utterly destroyed. Returns to the pile of bones.
I'm gonna nudge Fate, Lycaena, familiar balance luck, Lycaena because she's the only one in range.
Alright, Khali.
Khali is going to take a step to the side, simply because I want to take a step to the side. And then she's gonna poke a skeleton with rocks, maybe.
That hits.
Oh.
Nice.
We did say poke, so. More poke with rock. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah. You know, he could have used some shield block reactions, but. Alright, first to go is the Lancer. He will take a step and try and murder Kirrik.
Ouch. Is it? This won't make a difference.
A pittance of damage.
It's less than I stole from his friend.
Right, and he is clearly keeping Jan and Khali from really engaging in the fight with his dance. This one, they really want to finish you off, Mr. Bag of Hit Points. Longsword attack.
Ooh. Let's not land another one of those.
Longsword iterative attack. Shield. Jan.
Guys, he's looking a little bloody.
It'll be fine.
Fine.
As long as they keep falling.
How much blood does Kirrik produce? Just on average?
It's an ungodly amount.
Terrifying.
He must have to drink constantly.
That's a pun. Yeah, he drinks of his foes.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm sure at this point Jan is convinced that like the rest of us are heartless monsters for the fact that we're not panicked over Kirik's condition.
Oh Jesus, it's my turn.
Oops. Jan has watched him heal like his entire health bar.
Yeah, this must be
I'm
like
in
that human
disbelief over
metabolism.
that.
You've never seen a
I mean,
human before, yeah.
I like to imagine that fucking sometimes he looks at Kirrik and he's like, oh god, he looks pretty bad. And he looks away and surveys everybody else, and then I look better and he's like, oh, weird.
Is this
What's
why
this?
humans took over the world?
Am I hallucinating?
I must have seen this wrong. There's no way.
Well, I'm going to just swing and disbelieve because there's no way this could be. Well, sustain the spell for Forbidding Ward between Kirrik and that Lancer. Then swing and cry.
Trying free action.
Yeah, thank you. Do anything else I could really do? Well, just swing again because what are the odds that hits or doesn't hit?
Alright,
Huh.
get out of here.
Get out of here.
Lycaena.
Lycaena will pose. Step.
Okay.
And then attack.
You did it.
Gosh, Lycaena wants a striking room. Alright, that's her turn.
Good news. Kirrik.
No easy flank, except for this guy, I guess. I don't want to have to spread damage, but I think fishing for a crit's probably better, because hits equal health points. So,
Well, there you go.
sweet.
Dang.
Ha!
I'll go ahead.
Ha!
I'll go ahead and drink that guy.
Alright, so he is going to try and block that because this is one of those death hits.
Okay.
It didn't work. He holds up his shield and you cleave through it. Skeletal Champion shield absorbs 5 damage with an additional 32, making it through. Their shield is also damaged for 20. They are all destroyed.
I'm imagining
okay.
it exploding.
So here's the question.
You don't get to get the shield's hit points.
Okay. It just says half the damage dealt. I dealt all that damage.
That's true.
I mean, it doesn't say I can't drink from constructs. What's the difference between a shield and a construct?
Yeah, drink from your foe. You know, it says vitality, and if I wanted to be really strict, you couldn't drink from these guys at all.
So, which means I can also drink from the shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're gonna
I feel like a shield is more alive than a skeleton. In some way or another.
Yeah, there's probably wood on that shield, so instantly more vitality in a shield than a skeleton.
I mean, the skeleton has void, so like actually negative vitality.
Yeah, you should be taking damage.
So even if the shield has 0.
All right,
Uh,
that was your first action.
Then drinking my foes for second one, and I guess I'll iterative attack this guy since there's no point worrying about his step now. You know, it's really nice that like I'll show one hit and then a miss, and they'll go one hit and a miss. But even though there's 3 of them, as long as I can heal off the hit, I try to offset the damage a little bit.
All right, Teriani, it looks like Kirrik has turned the tide.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Though.
He's got one job, and he does it well.
And playing this character makes me want to go back to play World of Warcraft because this is basically my Death Knight.
You build a Death Knight? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The combat's fine. I just don't have clear line of sight of that final skeleton, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go B. And now that Kiriko's solved the combat, I'm going to be a bit more chill about it. Wow. Too chill. Too chill. I need to be less chill about it.
Khali.
I guess I could go and punch it. Okay. I don't want to waste bullets, so let me step. And then attack it again. Let me punch it. Because let's punch skeletons for fun.
It didn't work.
Aw. I'll punch it again. That was almost an 18. Okay, that's my turn.
All right, skeleton. All right, he's gonna do a whirlwind attack.
No, no.
That's not true.
But it would be funny.
I mean, it would be so easy if they just took Kirrik out.
It will.
Strike. Oh, there we go.
That's why Kirik's not easy to take out.
Look at all those bonuses to Kirik's AC.
Classic off by. You don't still have the spider on you, the familiar balance luck on you, do you?
Nope, I took it off.
No. Yeah. So it's off by 2 because I've also got the one thing, but it doesn't matter.
No, that's already counted.
Is it? I don't see a marker on me.
Oh, I see a battle medicine.
Yeah.
Iterative.
Oh no, he's iterating.
We'll roll a 20. Tertiary.
Oh no, he's tertiating.
You can't tertiate in public.
Why won't you die? Yawn. It glares at everybody, making sure no one does anything that will win with his spear.
Well, in disbelief of what I've seen today, I'm just gonna start swinging because there's nothing I can do to keep up with what the fuck I just witnessed.
This man. He steals the life from skeletons, and they don't even have life.
Yeah, that feels weird.
Hey, it makes sense to me. If they can move, I can drink them.
I can drink them.
So why can you drink the shield?
I drink your milkshake.
Because it moves. How else does it get in the way of my sword?
I don't know how to argue
here we
this. Someone help.
Nice work.
Gonna keep sustaining that forbidding word.
Hey, Lycaena.
I realize that will likely provoke.
Yeah, this thing's got nothing to lose, so it's gonna take it.
That's fine.
Lance. Well, lance damage.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. It resisted all that.
All of it?
All of it. The Kirrik's turn.
Hmm. This comment's probably winding down anyway. I will move.
Holy smokes, it doesn't have any reactions.
Nice.
Holy
Aw.
smokes, you don't have any accuracy. There it is.
I won't be able to drink them, but
You don't need to drink them. Once the fight's over, you're made out of juice.
hit point juice.
Juice. Cool. Bonus content. I hate it here.
Signed up for this.
I did.
Oh, yeah, it seems like you may have found the cause for why there are so many skeletons in the room, is that there are so many skeletons in the room, making more skeletons. They're reproducing.
Oh,
So
no.
skeleton reproduction.
So how about this your magic crossbow?
Yeah, check it out.
Your door.
You want to look at it? Last time I looked at a magic thing before I... Wait, no.
I can run back and we'll go to
All of their equipment is on their persons. If you want to inspect the crossbow, here is some skill checks.
Huh, I have none of these.
This crossbow can't stop me because I can't read.
Yeah, I've got at least one of those.
Everybody push the buttons. I think the last time I tried to touch a magic weapon without investigating what it was beforehand, it got stuck to my hand.
Nice.
Okay. So, some of you have succeeded, and some of you have critically failed. I'm not going to reveal who is who.
Oh,
Lovely.
one of us always tells the truth and the other one always lies.
Correct. There is some uncertainty whether or not this is a +1 crossbow, or if it does in fact contain a striking rune.
We could always shoot it.
That guy's full of hit points, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Speaking of full of hit points,
There we go.
yeah,
You wouldn't be opposed to being shot with a crossbow.
We could just shoot him in the foot and see what it does.
That's fine. I'm amenable to this.
the gear is on these skeletons' bodies. You can take as much of it as you want.
Just absolute disbelief. Like, why would somebody agree to this?
Khali, if you want to start patching people up because you're so freaking good at it.
I kind of want to... You said I could use a crossbow, right? I will start patching people, though.
You should be proficient with crossbows, and it would be a significant improvement to your sling.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was interested in it. Lycaena, I am going to heal you. Is this acceptable?
Yes.
Okay.
We are a party that believes in consent, whether we're shooting crossbows at people or healing them.
It's important to be consistent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I am going to heal you. Is acceptable.
This alien cat person from another world is like, I'm going to do an operation with crafting. It'll make you feel better.
I just
Only if
watched
you
a man.
consent.
I feel
go
better
from nearly dead.
holding pliers during this conversation, and you're not sure why.
Putting stuff in the party stash for.
So we can spread the weight around because I can't carry all this.
That is
Joe,
for
you didn't get a
Jan.
chance to ID the crossbow. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, sure.
There's not consensus over what it is because some people succeeded and other people critically failed.
I only critically succeed or critically fail.
Well, at least you're consistent in your own way.
If
I'm scrolling up. Oh, I found it.
if my encumbrance is 9 and my bulk is 9, am I encumbered or am I not encumbered until I exceed 9?
You're not encumbered till you succeed. Teriani, you don't know either way.
Okay. Why are you guys asking me? I'm not a weapons expert.
I thought
I
you
look
were
like
the
I know what I'm
smart
doing.
one.
I thought this shit was magical. Hold on, fancy dagger.
Alright,
Is there a reason why I can't see the gold value on this gear from the skeletons?
None of it has been identified yet.
It's chainmail.
Bold of you to suppose that the crossbow is what was magical.
Okay.
That's true. I can detect magic.
Yeah, there is
Well,
magic
luckily-
here.
can
Luckily, once we take notice
I
of
can
each
do
and
the
every
read.
individual
I can
item,
do the read aura one. Can I do the read aura one?
Ooh, yeah, read aura would do it. Yeah, the crossbow is a magic thing. Sorry, I was just being a dick.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So, well, so this is how I obfuscate if stuff is cool or not. So the lance I can identify, the longsword I can identify.
I get it.
What I did is I just mystified it as itself. Although I think the steel shield's art will change.
And I'm not judging you for being a dick about it.
But
Neither
yeah,
am I.
crossbow is unknown.
I
I
even hold
expect
this?
every
Oh,
one of you to do the same for me.
I am not able to hold things
But the
just
item
in
is
general.
magical. Anyone you advise gets a +2 circumstance bonus to identify magic. Wow, that's neat.
Wow,
There's
that
the
would have been
value
really
in that
useful
spell.
10 seconds ago.
Yeah. There's the value in that spell.
Sorry, it's a cantrip. I just forget that I have it.
I didn't understand the value of it at all, but giving you an explicit bonus to identify magic is. Okay, well, you defeated the skeletons and are all at full hit points and haven't really spent any magical resources, which is great. That's how this adventure is supposed to be. None of the other gear or bones in this room are particularly salvageable.
Yeah, I've used a single first level spell at the beginning of the day.
Yeah, cast your mage armor.
Yeah.
But there's one obvious exit in this room, as well as the secret door that Kirrik managed to spot before the fight broke out. Teriani is itching to know what's behind it.
I'm standing right next to it.
He's itching. Teriani, make a force.
Wait, what? Why?
Because you're itching.
All the itching is going to make me make a fort save?
Yeah, you might have
It's
some
cool. I
kind
just don't want to be the one to open it.
some kind of fungal infection.
Is that like a... Should we have some concerns about Teriani's?
Owls? Wait, do I actually have to be the one to open the secret door?
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Lycaena will open it. Good God.
There aren't any
I
critters
thank
on the
you for
other
supporting my
side, so
cowardice.
feel free to. Opening it reveals a short tunnel that leads to a glowing area.
Anybody want any of these things that I'm throwing in the stash?
Yeah, and before we move on, the stash should get resolved.
I don't think we can carry all of this.
We may not. Be
I'm maxed out without becoming encumbered, which would be no point.
I am almost
Let me
at
know
that
how
point.
much we can... I am at bulk 7. I could take one thing before I become encumbered. And then I'll be at a bulk of 8. That is my max.
I am at 3, and I can get up to 5. I'm encumbered at 5.
Should be able to take the 2 weapons.
One of those shields
one
is also
weapon.
broken, so.
Oh, we don't want
Do we
broke.
want to take the broken shield or not worry about it?
How do I know if I'm encumbered?
In your inventory at the bottom, there should be a bar. It should say bulk X over encumbered Y. And as long as the first number does not exceed the second number, you're not encumbered.
You're a bulk 5/9 light at encumbered 5. So if you pick up another single light object, you become encumbered.
Okay.
I'm
Hmm.
I think I can take. I think I'll take one of the steel shields as a backup, I guess.
Plus, the shields are the best bulk per gold.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
give the rest of this stuff back to one of the skeletons. Be here.
We can take it on the way out.
and I don't think I'm encumbered. I don't know how I tell for sure.
If you
It'll-
become
it'll
encumbered,
be
it'll
yellow.
automatically give you the clumsy conditions. If you don't have it, you're fine.
I don't think I do. I have light, that's all. Not yet encumbered. If I take like one more light thing, though, I think I've got a problem on my
Here, I'm
hands.
gonna swap this out for the longsword. Not the longsword, the shield. Oh, you already got the shield. Okay.
Anybody want some shiver?
Somewhat.
Moon sugar? Is that a Morrowind reference?
That shiver.
I'm not gonna
No, the
trust sugar from a
cooldown plants
cat.
are still there, by the way.
Everybody wants some
Hold on to the
shiver.
shiver. I say with absolutely zero hesitation.
Yeah.
I'm at 4 bulk, 9 light. I'm encumbered at 5.
I can take some stuff. I don't know if we really necessarily want to be carrying around. Chainmail would definitely encumber me.
Yeah, chainmail is 6 bulk.
Where'd that lance go?
I'm putting it all back in there. I'd started skeletons.
I was trying not to talk over people. I'll take the lance with me.
Between one-handing
As a
and
trophy.
two-handing a crossbow.
Technically, I think you have to take. It takes 2 hands to load, but you can shoot it with 1.
It just says draw one hand or draw two hands, so I was questioning.
Good question.
Finally, I can do more than rocks.
Hey, who's going into the secret tunnel?
Ta-da!
I'm down.
I'm down.
This is the man who just a minute ago
Lycaena's
was
up
like,
for
"Do I
going into
have
the
to?"
sequel.
Well, I'm scared of the door. The tunnel's probably fine.
You see in the corner there is a glowing panel. That is this like round polished mirror, kind of adorned in jewelry, maybe, or like not jewelry, but like crystals. And on the eastern side of the room, where this opens up, is a choked room of mushrooms, filling it with a riot of color, kind of densely cutting through the entire side of the eastern side of the tunnel. Not where you are, but like around the corner. You should see some mushroom caps.
Yeah, I can see him.
You think these are the bad kind of mushrooms?
They are all sorts. Love me a dice.
Can I not select this ammo?
Okay. Teriani, at some point, you are
Oh, no.
going to note that some of these mushrooms, you know, they are all sizes and shapes and colors and such. Some of those mushrooms are creatures disguised as mushrooms, but so far they are choosing to remain hidden and interact with you.
I alert the group of that.
It was Kirrik who saw it.
They said Teriani.
Did I say Teriani? I'm sorry, it was Kirrik.
I
The reason I
heard
said
Teriani.
Kirrik is because Kirrik is searching.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, these are mushroom things up ahead, not normal mushrooms. So do we do mushroom violence?
You could do mushroom violence.
Not unless they've been violent to us.
You can point them out.
We're not monsters, Kirrik.
Yeah, they might be adorable. Haven't you seen mushroom lushies? Those things are great.
I want to see a mushroom lushie.
Yeah, here, I'll put
I think
them
mushroom lussies are adorable.
visibly on the map here. If you guys want to move up, you can see that where they're hiding. They are not hiding as so much as they have supernaturally assumed mushroom forms.
It's a fungus.
So right now they effectively are mushrooms.
They effectively are mushrooms, but you and your 24 perception.
Nice.
Fungus among us.
Mushrooms
Man, that
can
light
live.
looks pretty neat.
Yeah, I want to go see what this lighted panel thing is.
Yeah, you can check out the lighted panel. Once you get close enough, which nothing bad will happen to you getting close enough, that's fine. Kind of the glow makes it difficult to like lay your hands on it, or not lay your hands on it, but like make out any detail until you get very close to it. It is a buckler.
Interesting.
Neat.
Oh, that doesn't look like a leshy mushroom.
So I'll throw that in the stash. Yeah, the mushrooms seem to not really, or what you expect to be the leshies, don't really seem to be interacting. This could also be recycled art. If anybody wants to try and ID this clearly magical shield,
Lycaena will cast Read Aura on it, now that we know what that spell does.
All right.
Let me go ahead and add the circumstance bonus to it, to my roll.
Oh, I forgot to.
I can also see if it's, you know, what the
Okay.
result is and do head math.
Head math.
Head math up to 1.
Way to age yourself a little bit there, Adam. Song is old.
I'm the oldest person in the call. Khali, you don't have a clue what it is, but all of the rest of you, in addition to it glowing, which you pretty easily
I mean, it's obvious that it glows.
dismiss as a like ever-burning torch effect or permanent flame or whatever we call it now in the post-remaster world. But it is also a glamorous buckler, which is its own little self of enchantment.
What does a glamorous buckler do?
While you have it raised, it grants you a +1 item bonus to deception checks to feint. And then once a day, you can dazzle a target when you feint.
I was just hoping it made you more glamorous.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a side effect. It's in the flavor text, right, Adam?
Yeah.
Like, this is a fabulous buckler.
it's sparkly.
Bit too gaudy for me.
I
It
got
is,
you.
however, it's worth 50 gold, so we gotta find room for that.
Well,
I could replace my 6 gold shield with a 50 gold shield.
Sounds like an investment.
I can carry it too.
Okay.
Nobody wants to equip it immediately?
No,
I don't think anybody here
that's
uses shields at
because-
all.
I feel
Lycaena
like
does all
equipping
the time.
random objects and using them in combat is a good way to wake up cursed.
It's a good thing about 2nd edition that nobody realizes that everyone is proficient with shields.
Well, sure, proficiency and using them are two different things. But yeah, I forgot about Lycaena using a shield.
Well,
guess if
I had
you
actual capacity to carry it, Khali would happily have glowing shield and use it with her
Yeah, I
tiny
mean,
knife.
We
I'm not
can
sure
shift this
how
guy.
much Lycaena wants a glowing shield, but she will absolutely use it if nobody else is.
Yeah, I guess also the fact that you don't shield block very often means that because
No,
its hardness and threshold are pretty bad, but as
because
just
Lycaena
still.
can't shield block, actually.
Oh,
I don't have that ability.
I forget that that's a thing you have to actually take.
She
No,
doesn't have the
clerics
ability.
get shield block out the door.
Do they?
Warpriest, do you?
I think I forgot. I think I did not realize that. Or I forgot. One or the other.
So focused on violence.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just put it in my inventory until somebody says they want to equip it or something.
Put it in your bag, and the light effusing out of it goes away.
Well, we still haven't figured out where we're exactly going. I wonder if these mushroom people know where we're supposed to be going.
Hey, mushrooms, do you know where we want to go?
Oh yeah. Before we do that, can I identify the fuck these things are?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's not the basic action macro. That's my character sheet.
That's my. The mushroom people. You never heard of them before. Come on, Teriani.
Okay. Don't think they're lushies. I don't know what they are.
I mean, they
Maybe
could
they are
be
friendly. Oh.
specifically mushroom. So, hey, mushroom people.
I just wave.
Excuse me, mushroom people, Lycaena says. Excuse me, mushrooms?
They kind of like twist a little in place, and you get the sense that they're, while trying to maintain their disguise, they're looking at each other. And there's
Listen,
like a
we can tell that you're not just mushrooms, and we were hoping to ask you some questions. We're looking for something specific, and we don't wish you any harm. This is a diplomacy roll, I assume.
yeah. Here's you a prompt for it.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Be a hero about it.
Man, we have got to get better at talking.
We're plenty good at
The thing is,
talking.
Lycaena's trained in diplomacy.
You're so yeah. Like dice don't believe in good rolls.
Who trained you?
Not a mushroom.
Unfortunately, a god devoted to silence.
You know?
Lycaena is just really trained into making people feel awkward with silence, so they just talk and give up information.
The mushroom creature nearest by kind of waddles a little bit farther away and responds. Let me check what languages they know. What language are you speaking, by the way?
Elven, probably?
Well, you don't speak mushroom?
No.
Maybe maybe it's not working because they don't speak Elven. Maybe.
Well, she'll try common.
Okay, make another diplomacy check. If you would like.
Oh. Kirrik is actually weirdly good at diplomacy.
Weirdly. You try again in common. And it stops waddling away from you, but it calls back in common. Shush! You can't see us. Go away.
Is he trying to diplomacy you into stealth? I mean, I respect the effort, but come on, man.
Well, we can see you, and I'd love to go away. I promise to go away after you answer my questions.
Okay, speak your questions.
We're looking for the what is the thing we're looking for?
Uh,
The memory cache. The memory
Oh.
garden.
Elven memory cache.
It's something like that.
Yeah, we're looking for the elven memory garden.
Okay.
Can you help us?
No.
Okay. Sorry for bothering you.
Shh.
Do you think they'll let us?
I'm making shush noises, but Discord's not picking it up.
Well,
Do we just want to go back the way we came?
Well, I mean, we got to get past this, right? And like, we've
the
revealed the
problem
trap.
is-
It's the mushrooms.
So we're gonna need to pass through your
We can just
little
Go around. We don't have to bother them.
We can, can't we? Yeah. We don't
Yeah,
wanna
we
bother
don't-
you.
Yeah, we can
Sorry to
have
bother
to
bother
go
you.
around. Yeah.
Sorry to
you know,
bother
let's
you
just
guys.
go around.
Shh, shh. I'm still making shushing noises, but it's not coming through. I can see Discord not hearing me.
Can I ask them what they are before we go and then leave them alone?
Go away. You can't see us.
They-
Nobody's here.
Okay. Just
I know
wanted
what
to
they
know.
are. Adorable.
Yeah, you got a close-up look of them.
adorable.
I
mean,
come
the
on,
hat
they're
really
acting
brings it
pretty
together.
adorable.
Second would bite you.
All right.
And then
If you
just stick-
guys are going to take the time to walk around through the boneyard, that means you will have successfully bypassed this encounter.
Yeah, we don't want to bother them. I mean, they seem, fine.
This is a encounter that has 3 possible solutions, and you found one of them.
Just leave them alone.
Yeah.
They're not harming anybody.
Okay. The path gets more and more worked as you advance. You can see that the cave has been chiseled into a more or less regular room up ahead. You want me to zip the rest of you guys in place because you're still hanging back?
I was looking at the
Yeah.
adorable.
Looking at the
Me too.
adorable.
You guys are just take a shortcut and trample over them.
Yeah.
Just didn't
Wow.
happen.
I mean, if I don't see them, then I can't go around them. Otherwise, then I
Hold
see
on,
them.
my spider didn't come with me. There
I
it
don't
is.
think I would want to walk through all those mushrooms not knowing what they are. So, toxic spores and all that.
They do have toxic spores. It's on their character sheet.
I have an antidote. It's okay.
All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna keep on going.
As you go down this hallway, it's not really echoing, but you hear the sound of rustling papers and the sound of writing. Lycaena, you will see at the southern end of the room is this large double metal door etched with a leafless tree, and a room full of papers ranging in various sizes from whole scrolls to tiny little strips of tattered paper, pasted onto every surface. The walls of the far wall leading north into an alcove are full of little niches in the walls that are overflowing with scrolls and other sorts of paper. There are 2 tiny little creatures in here. They've got which here's a big art.
Oh,
Those things are kind of adorable too.
And
Look, he's got a quill.
He's got 2.
He's
4.
got 4.
they immediately begin. They look at each other. They're sort of talking over each other, and know a language. The first thing that they try is this. Anybody know that?
Nope.
Yeah, actually, hold on. I saw the glyphs and then I saw the text underneath it. So yeah,
They're speaking
guessing that's
Draconic.
Draconic. Yeah. I'll respond with just like a simple hello in
whatever.
Draconic.
Okay, so we get to have a conversation. One of them, the second one that speaks, says, "Can't you tell that they're from Golarion? Speak common. They'll Taldane, I think they call it." That's the context. Oh yes, sorry. Yes, sorry. Welcome. We are. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Weatherby, and I'm Jarvis. We're the secretaries for the gardeners. Yes, and are you here with? Are you here to perhaps seek their wealth of knowledge, or are you perhaps here to deposit potentially valuable information? Well, they could be here for all sorts of reasons. You shouldn't make an assumption like that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure that we're not going to be wasting their time. Hey, how can we help you?
Told you they were adorable.
And they will.
We are from Golarion, most of us, and we're here to seek knowledge from what's the woman's name?
Your target person, Iscariel.
We were sent to seek the knowledge of Iscariel regarding something called the obsolete curse, and possibly a whale.
wait.
A Soyo, the Black Frost Whale.
Yes, and
the
yeah.
omnibulant curse.
They're busily scribing
Omnibulant
down
curse.
the things that you're saying. Oh, excellent. Okay. You sounds like you didn't have an appointment with the gardeners, which is fine. We can absolutely get you in no rush and no hurry. We just need to take down some basic information. Yes, basic information will be necessary so that we can secure an appointment. You won't have to wait here long. So if you want to take a seat, we'll begin getting that information documented so that we can make sure that it is indexed and cataloged correctly with the important metadata. People don't understand how important metadata is. You think you have the information, but you really don't unless you can access the information. So, sorry, excuse me. Yes, Jarvis, please don't bother them with this information.
I would like to point out that we literally have someone dying while we are waiting for this information. So I understand you need to catalog, but can some of it be done a bit after the fact?
Well, then yes, we'll stick to the basics first. First of all, let's start with you, the one that spoke Draconic so fervently. Yeah, I could see that you're a go-getter and that you really want to make this. Hush, you're being nonsensical. Come on. Please, if you don't mind, please state your name.
Kirrik looks skeptical and he says, "Kirrik."
Do you have a surname or a title or perhaps formal announcement name?
No.
No. Okay. All right. And date of birth?
Kirrik gives his date of birth that I have not decided what it is.
All right. And do you have a precise time for that?
No.
Okay. And location of birth?
Also gives this information that I have not decided.
Okay. And do you happen to know what the presiding weather of that day and occurrence were?
Oh my goodness.
No.
This is it's going to be.
Is this like a document we can fill out while you go and talk to these people?
Well, it's very important so that the information is cataloged correctly. I told you I know it's important and that you're here under extremely important justifications, but it's really important to us, and we wouldn't want to embarrass ourselves for not doing our due diligence in this recording.
I have never in my life wanted the touch minds cantrip more than right now.
Why?
Because it could solve this whole problem.
Oh, yeah, it just lets you convey information immediately or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
I just want to say I'm being personally attacked by this.
I am sorry, my wife, who I love dearly. You know, there are people who do this poorly, and this is, in your professional opinion, becoming close to that. Let's see here.
Okay, Lycaena is going to just walk over to the door and knock on it.
They are like, oh no, wait, stop! You can't go in. We have to unlock the door for you. We are the secretaries after all, and they won't speak to you unless we buzz you in. So it could be said. So I can see you're in a hurry, and we're not making good headway with this paperwork. So, their suggestion of leaving, filling out the forms and leaving it would, I think, be appropriate, as well as any other sources of information you have, scrolls, spell books, formula books, any written material you'll have to leave here. It's very upsetting for the gardeners to have knowledge that hasn't been processed by us to enter into their realm. So if you would please just surrender all of that materials to us, and you can kindly be on your way.
Do drawings count?
Yes, any written material, everything of consequence on paper. Let me check some stuff here real quick. Me stalling here. 7. Okay. Lycaena, Teriani, Jandar. They are clearly losing control of the situation, in their opinion, and are attempting to like they are bluffing, or not bluffing, but they are trying to get a hold of your documents in a very sloppy kind of trick way.
I don't think I have anything. Oh no, I
is
have a
the
couple
door
drawings.
locked?
I think the only one that would have anything of significance to them right now would probably be anyone with a spell book, and then me with my formula book. So
When the door is it doesn't appear to have any lock or mechanism like that. It's just a big heavy door. When you go to try it, they scream out and say, "No, our procedures!" and become hostile.
Lycaena sort of sighs. I'm really sorry about this, she says, but someone we care about is dying.
Also, something that was buried in that deception roll that they just whiffed at is that they maybe aren't actually important at all. Getting in the way. You did it again, Joe.
What'd I do?
Rolled your perception and not initiative.
Oh, what?
I'm loving it. That roll change won't matter. Okay. So yeah, when you go to try the door, the one closest is, they shriek out and become hostile. And with kind of unexpected like action, it raises up one of its pins and traces a glyph in the air, which then flies at you, Lycaena. And there is just like this shuddering force that absorbs into the wall because it missed.
Oh yeah, there's a wall in the way.
You trying to select me, or what's going on there?
No, it's gonna move. It moves like this, and then it tries to hit Lycaena again with an iterative glyph. The iterative also misses.
Okay. If you guys want some extra movement on your turn, you can delay until after me, and I will cast the spell.
It's Jan's turn.
I don't know what's around that corner. I kind of want to find out.
Me too.
So, just delay. I'm giving everybody a free move. That's my plan.
I wanted to know now.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to start swinging. Non-lethally.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, we don't want to kill these poor things. We just.
No, I was only at the starting swinging because my plan was just to run through the door.
Is there a macro for non-lethal, or is there any?
Nope. You have to add
Okay.
it as a conditional.
All right, what is that, -2?
Khali, you also detect magic in this room now that you... Oh my gosh, it's a hit.
Well, I didn't add it right. I think that should be 2 less.
Still a hit.
Okay.
Ow.
Do I need to hit the damage button? Oh wow, that's a tanky little bugger.
How are you attacking them?
Oh, they're hostile. They started throwing glyphs at people.
Did the glyphs hit anybody?
Not yet, but we need to
Well,
stop
they're
them.
not hostile.
So it's hard to argue that Lycaena didn't deserve it.
You got any other business, Mr. Yon?
Nope.
Nope, just... Alright, Lycaena, do you want to wait for Teriani's blessings?
Yeah, I'll wait for Teriani's blessings.
Okay.
Move you. Teriani, your blessings.
I'm going to times loose arrow, and luckily, Jan just barely in range. So I'm going to benefit from this.
Times loose arrow.
So that means all allies are quickened until the start of my next turn.
I've applied it to Lycaena because she has gone to get me pastries.
Aw, what a nice guy.
He's my favorite person in the whole world.
And
Convenient.
then I'm going to cast Veil of Dreams on which one hasn't gone in initiative yet? That one's already gone, so that one hasn't gone. Actually, hold on. Let me range check that first. 25. Okay. And so that thing needs to make a will save. Or he's going to start daydreaming. Hopefully about clean, neat, and organized filing, unlike whatever this is currently in the room.
He is going to use a reaction, and as you start casting the spell, he is going to transcribe what he is seeing onto a piece of paper.
How?
With magic.
But it's a hex.
Correct.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go feed my cats.
Feeding the cat.
And he nat 20'd it.
Yeah, he nat 20'd it. And it goes, aha! And he successfully finishes, creating a scroll of the spell that you're casting as you're casting it. And
Can you have a scroll of a hex? Like, the hex is the embodiment of power from a patron. Like,
Well, apparently it's not that special.
not that special.
but there won't be any power behind it. There's no patron behind it.
Oh, these guys work for somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm behind him.
These guys are like weird draconic entities. I don't think that the rules of our universe, our world, necessarily apply to their world.
Listen, if they are indeed and in fact librarians, they have patrons.
That is true. That is a fair point.
Okay,
Also,
well,
are you really going to question the
He's
librarians?
going to make a will save.
Maybe I'm biased, but
He is going to succeed at his will save.
so wait, he saw it, he transcribed it with the counteract check, but he doesn't counter the spell.
He doesn't counteract the spell, no.
Huh. Oh, he gets a -1 to perception attack rolls and will saves. And a -2 against sleep effects.
Yeah. Alright. Any other business?
My familiar balance luck is going to balance somebody's luck.
I'm going to buff Kirrik the Quickened condition because he did do it himself and it drives me crazy. Jeez, I'm sorry.
I actually think I kind of want to... Because I'm hoping everybody just kind of runs to the door, but that might leave me all alone. Whatever. Kirrik, take some AC.
Someone I can just drag onto myself.
Yep.
Dragon Ball it onto yourself. Alright, we're back to Lycaena, who was waiting for the Quicken condition.
She was not quickened.
Well, are we running or are we violencing? Because I think we have two different plans going right now.
I don't want to violence these things. They're kind of adorable.
I was under the impression that the door might have been locked, so. But as soon as it's open, I'm more than willing to run.
I love running. I wonder what Lycaena wants to do.
Is she not here?
Are you gone? You went back into her room.
hello? Can you
Hi.
hear me?
There you are.
I don't know what's going on there. Lycaena's going to try the door and see if it's locked.
It's very locked.
Do they have a key?
They don't appear to have much of anything on their persons except, writing utensils and such.
Lycaena knock
Yeah, you can.
on the door.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
I didn't think the door was locked because it had a door symbol, not a lock symbol.
There is not any kind of response or anything from the other side of the door. So, interaction to try the door and knock. I think rolling that into the same thing is fine.
Right, so we still
All right.
have 3 actions, one of which must be a move.
really doesn't want to hurt these guys.
Are we talking down?
I'm gonna try diplomacy to see if we can talk them into just letting us through the door.
We super duper promise to come back and fill out paperwork.
About how, like, our friend is in serious danger. We understand the importance of paperwork, but, like...
Just
Yeah,
have
we-
the paperwork filled out by the time we get back.
The one that copied down the scroll is like, he's very overjoyed with the scroll he's made. And it's like, oh, yeah, of course, we'll let you through, absolutely. Just, you have to do what we said and surrender everything you've ever known.
Listen, we don't have time to surrender everything we've ever known.
Well, I've got time to sit here all day.
Well, I appreciate that.
Wait, hold on.
but
What all do we have that's actually written down? Is it Khali's formula book? He
Khali's
writes pretty
formula.
fast.
College formula book, your journal.
Oh, the word surrender implies we lose it.
I mean, they can copy it.
Will we get it back?
When we're finished with it,
How long will that take?
When will you be finished with it? How long will that take?
Sorry, I'm not the one talking. I should shut up.
oh, Teriani, sorry, we skipped again your recall knowledge.
Matt,
Learn to roll a die, please.
But my recall knowledges have all just been terrible.
Yeah, they've 100%. The whole campaign been
Is-
terrible.
Is my average on between like the recall knowledges and the identified checks just like 2?
You wish they were
Oh.
that good.
Okay.
He's like, look, a deal's a deal. Give us your stuff, and we'll do our best to get that door open for you.
Wait a minute. Do your best?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Do you know how to open this door?
Well, we're the secretaries after all, so really all we can do is let them know that you're here, and if they choose to let you in, well, it's their decision.
So why don't you let them know we're here?
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. No problem.
I swear I could see the vein on Lycaena's forehead.
Can we just murder these guys?
Oh god, Kirrik has 2 veins.
They must be quite busy in there, so,
You really have no idea how to open this door. I don't think you really are their secretaries.
What are you talking about? We've had this position for, what's normal time? 10-year. We've got tenure.
Oh my god, are these things extra planar?
You don't have a clue, man.
What would it be to identify them?
Target one of them and hit recall knowledge.
You
You
Because they
can't.
seem like axiomatic extra planar creatures.
Axiomatic. They're fucking lining up their teeth, trying to get us into fucking bad deals.
Yeah, but there are deals.
Yeah, but they're bad. Like they're literally deals that they can't keep the end bargain of. That's not very lawful.
That's fair.
Okay.
Uh,
Lycaena, you don't know much about them at all, but
might
something
be something
clicks.
vaguely maelstrom.
Something clicks,
Okay.
and there's a shiver. These are aberrations.
Okay, well that makes this easy.
Oh no.
This is twice how I see it's like maybe we don't kill them, guys, and the things are like, oh no, actually, you should probably kill us.
These should not exist.
Oh,
As soon as
God, she's
And he
serious.
should not exist.
I'm giving you a hero point too. As soon as they said what's normal time, you were like normal. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, 12 damage. We didn't hear any of that. All right, so interaction, recall knowledge, free move, and strike. Kirrik, you've never seen Lycaena with such zealotry of violence.
Yeah, I can get behind the violence. Is moving here a flank against that little guy, or is there some weird small people shenanigans?
You in normal flank rules.
Okay.
That poor guy.
Kirk's very glad this is how we're handling this. Is he not dead?
You can't kill an aberration; they never truly die. But anyway, he's unconscious.
He's an aberration.
But the aberrations are adorable.
They were pretty cute. I'm glad I got Lycaena to be the one who realized what was going on with Teriani rolling a 4. I should, at the end of every session, go back and reveal all the recall knowledges.
It'd be pretty funny.
Lycaena has a very straightforward and simple philosophy when it comes to aberrations.
And that is.
They must die.
Khali, you were quick.
I mean, when Kirrik talks about how he has a simple solution to all of our problems, Lycaena's like, no, we can't just kill everything, but your problems we can kill?
Seems
I am the
legit.
sword of the black butterfly.
Fucking religious nut jobs.
Hey, there's Kirik's hero point.
How do I make this crossbow recognize the bolts that I've acquired as ammo?
Let me get you sorted out here.
They might also be obscured, like everything else was, so they're not identified as ammo.
Oh, that might be it. Bolts. 20. I don't know why. It may be because they're scenario bolts and not real bolts.
Hmm.
I'm going to delete them. Give you regular bolts. Regular old bolts from the bolt store. The bolt factory.
Holly's like, I got a gun thingy. Except it's not a gun. I'm gonna use it.
Finally solve my problems with a point and click adventure.
Right. Anyway,
There you go. You will
Button.
probably need to load before to let you shoot.
Oh wait, I gotta reload. Reload. Now button. Holly's very trigger happy.
It worked.
Oh, that's so much better.
Holy moly. Figured out how that rune works.
That was what? Oh,
So you will have to spend actions to reload that crossbow.
oh, okay. So that was one action to load it, one action to shoot, and then another to load it.
No, that first load I will give to you. I don't think you walking around with an unloaded crossbow makes sense.
That's true. Okay, well then,
But from now on, it's on you to make sure it's loaded before a fight starts.
okay. I want to shoot it again. It's just very fun to shoot things and miss.
Yeah, as long as you're having fun.
That's on you.
You should not have given Khali more firepower. Like,
You-
that's...
All right,
My
it
thing.
starts bellowing in Akalo. Which I think only Lycaena knows.
Actually, I know Aklo. I took the the multilingual feat.
Squiggles! Look at all the S's. That's my language. Come on.
I'm not going to
Snakes.
disagree with him, though. Like, Lycaena did just go up and kill that thing.
Kirrik, it is going to trace a glyph in the air and try and strike you with it.
What did it say?
And miss. And do it again. Okay, never gonna work. It's going to get in Teriani square. No, it's not. It can't move. Teriani is clearly coming for you as the spellcaster amongst.
What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, no, it's not fair. Hey, spirit damage over. Yawn.
Well, since we're doing violence now. Free one, we're striking. We're not worrying about keeping them alive. Just gonna keep on swinging.
Doesn't look like you need to anymore. Oh wait, he's got a hit point.
He's got a hit point.
What's he going to do at that hit point?
Flick it and it would die.
Well, I mean, I don't really have anything else to do for another one action, so we're just gonna...
Oh, well.
Oh, okay.
You whack him with the stick as he goes, I surrender!
I don't think Lycaena is taking that surrender.
Well, maybe this should open the door.
Open the door.
Or apparently just not the aberrations.
Lycaena then drops down to one knee and prays.
Hit some with the Tim Tebow.
I'm going to bring this up next time Lycaena's on me about doing something.
Can I scavenge for bolts after fights or no?
Technically, no.
Okay. Aberration turkey. Wait, I want to know what's behind this corner too.
Aiuvarin.
Yeah, so that whole corner is a scroll cache. This place is just nuts with all sorts of scripts of paper with seemingly nonsensical things written on them. They may be the shorthand of these things or some alien brain intelligence that is transcribing them in a way that makes no sense to you as, mundane beings. However, you do find some useful scrolls that will very clearly be of magical significance. So I'll reveal this treasure parcel.
Does Pathfinder have the Black Empire or whatever?
The Black Empire?
The stand-in for Illithids? In Starfinder, there's a faction of aberration aliens called the Black Empire, and they're all about the mind thief, tentacle-y kind of guys.
I don't think so.
The closest thing I think they have in Pathfinder is the Dark Tapestry, which is basically Lovecraftian. And that is the thing that the most aberrations are, as I understand it, some way connected to the Dark Tapestry.
Well, this quickened effect lasts forever.
Sorry, Dominion of the Black. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah, there's definitely Dominion of the Black. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Well, it lasts until the start of my turn.
And your turn never came back.
So we're quickened forever. I don't see the problem with this.
Yeah, the Dominion of the Black is like,
Based in the Dark Tapestry.
yeah, and it has like I think one of the Golarion planets is like their home base.
Yeah, Turin.
Octurne, yeah.
Okay, so 2 scroll to decipher. I will attack them with a recall knowledge.
Let's see. Let me make sure that some of these things aren't on your occult spell list, because you might immediately decipher them. The first one does not appear to be something you would necessarily know. It doesn't actually appear that any of you would know what the spell is. The second one, Teriani, you would very quickly identify with a single action as a scroll of haste.
Cool. Put that in my pocket. That'll be useful later.
The other one you could spend a couple of minutes trying to decipher while the door is futzed with. Here.
Oh, hey, I'm not encumbered.
Just realized I've quadrupled my damage potential by swapping to this crossbow.
That's about right.
I went from 1d4 to 2d8.
2d8.
That's what it rolled it when I rolled the damage earlier.
That there Crossbow's got a striking room. You need to get you an alchemical crossbow so you can shoot your bombs.
Those are rare and have to be from Plaguestone.
I guess we're going to Plaguestone.
We're going to Plaguestone. The other one is a scroll of fireball. It's not a witch spell, which is why you. And it disappeared accidentally.
I mean, I can't carry it. It'll make me encumbered.
Scroll.
Yes. I pick it up immediately, just like slump to my knees. See? Too weak.
I get.
I like to imagine the entire party just like
Bruh.
wanting to tell me to do push-ups.
So I've used this crossbow. Do I know what kind of magic it has now?
Not explicitly. Implicitly.
I'm just like, whoa. Crossbow got a kick.
My foundry non-responsive.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's been kind of slow to me too.
Been a couple of times where I had hiccups, but I can still like move around and stuff.
I know it's whenever I'm like moving items around. Flip out.
Yeah.
All that metadata of yours. Looking up the system.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this actor is now associated with this actor, associated with this actor. All right, who wants to take this thing? Because they can't hold it.
I'll take it. It should just be light, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
one.
Because I'm exactly at 9, so I have room for 9 more light.
The little creatures do not have any sort of key whatsoever on them. It doesn't look like there's any sort of key in the room around it. Approaching the door to inspect it one more time, it opens up as you approach. Revealing some robed creatures inside. One kind of near the door, and there are two tending to these short, leafless trees.
I bet the door couldn't open because these guys were out here and they didn't want to be here sucking up all the knowledge.
You think that's a good thinking. These guys are wearing silvery robes but are butt ugly.
What the heck is that? Why are his fingers so long?
Yeah, that really just seems inefficient.
Yeah.
He's
And
guarding
those
it.
other things are the aberrations.
They may be aberrations, unknown.
Can I
I've got a
recall that?
Triceratops
You
head.
can recall knowledge on them. Jandar, you were. It was explained to you that these things were some sort of extraplanar creatures. Teriani, you don't know what these are either.
Yeah.
How do I recall knowledge?
Target it and hit the recall knowledge in the basic action macros.
Target. Basic action macros.
Here's the
Button.
You don't know what these are either.
Okay.
Jan, these are the gardeners? Question mark.
They are gardening.
Ornate lanterns hang from the stalactites along the ceiling of this vast, dimly lit cavern. An orchard. I'm good at words. Orchard of short, leafless trees spread out across the floor, their twisted branches weighed down with shadowy shapes of odd fruit. These three emaciated, hairless humanoids with xenomorph heads have their arms folded into their sleeves. They're not brandishing weird weapons. But the one near the door raises its finger, and you can hear its words rippling through your head. It is not speaking, it is telepathically projecting, and its voice is a chorus of voices rather than a single creature's. And the voice bids you welcome.
I'm going to turn to Lycaena and say, these aren't aberrations. We're not going to kill them.
I need 3 of you at your convenience to make saving throws against this spell. And the 3 of you is up to you.
Who's got the best will saves?
+7.
Well, whoever just rolled the 20.
Dang, Teriani.
Got a +9.
I just know I should have the worst of the group. So.
Lycaena has a good will save, but Shakulia wasn't doing well on that one.
One more.
Oh no! Something seems backwards about this.
Something seems backwards. Okay, and you have the time to respond with that prompt here to Teriani ID the spell. If you... Yeah, that, like they both clear. Like the three of them, even though two of them their backs are to you, they. I mean, I guess range isn't explicit here. It's fine once you got into the room business. They immediately, almost reflexively, invaded your minds and started. What they did was start trying to read and detect any surface thoughts on your minds. They can mind reading. Reveal. Teriani, you critically succeeded on it, and Lycaena, you succeeded.
So I know exactly what it is, and I know that I resisted it.
Yeah, but they managed to get into Lycaena and Jan's head, and then the voice kind of intones a, yes, we know of the knowledge that you seek. This grove contains these memories. What can you offer in return? He just sort of invites you into.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I feel like that depends on what you want.
And we want memories, child. Access to the wealth of lore that you carry with you.
Would this be like taking our memories or sharing our memories?
When we harvest them from you, they will be added to the grove. You will have given them up, and they will no longer burden you with their thoughts.
Do we have to know of the memories in order for you to grab them?
I don't.
Like, does it have to be a sacrifice, or can you take something that, like the breakfast I had on Tuesday when I was 5 years old, that I don't have a recollection of?
I was thinking, what happened after we went through the portals, and then we could use that as a way to infer the results. Like,
You
We have
like,
memories
tangential
that we
information of
can't
it.
access. Can you help
Yeah.
us access them?
can try. That seems memories lost. Let us investigate. And he kind of, comes back off of the tree and holds his palm out, high up in the air. Says, "Step forward."
Before we do, will this cause us any physical harm?
Probably. I'm down. Let's go.
Okay, go for it.
I volunteer.
We've decided our tribute.
Sir? Are you okay?
This will not cause you any harm, though. Others have expressed regrets at giving memories over that they find themselves.
Oh, I thought we were just investigating my memories, not giving them up.
Well,
That's what you said earlier.
yes. Let's. I give you. Without you volunteering your memories, there will be nothing taken from you. We are not interested in stolen thoughts.
Yeah. I'll see if they can investigate the gap in my memory from the portal.
So he places his hand on your head, and there is a kind of hypnotic state that comes over you. And he, there you feel the presence of this thing's mind asking you to think on the last memories you had before you lost them.
Ooh.
And what does that look like?
I'd probably go for standing before the gate with a collection of people that I don't recognize welcoming me.
And he says, "Yes, this memory is clear and fresh. You've spent. This has been a heavy burden on your heart." And he continues going through your memory and step through the gate. And there's like a very quick like rush of like you remember like a very sudden supernatural chill, and you both witness you walking out of the gate again.
But, several months later, supposedly.
Several
That was the
months.
backstory, right?
Several months later.
Yeah.
Weeks or months later. We have a date in the calendar of when you guys all came back out, because I used to keep up with that calendar. And this thing says we do not understand you. Your mind did not experience time.
Mhm. He can still see the mark on the back of our neck, right? Does he recognize that at all? Actually, no, I'm just trying to make sure. I'm like, hey, do you recognize this?
It looks and considers, and you can see that it kind of loses focus for a minute. Then it comes back and says, "This mark is but we knew that when we read your minds. Follow us to the memory you seek." So if he leads you, it leads you farther into the grove, and he reaches up into one of the gnarled branches and pulls the whole branch down in a little way. And it seems like the tree, rather than resist him, kind of flows alongside him so that nothing is like strained or stretched out. And the fruit, or the weird dark shape, is a head. And all of the other trees, once you get into the grove, you can see are several heads of not only elves, but these prismatic looking humanoids with antennas. They look to be giant ant heads, and some other heads that appear to just be mostly brains, as well as several other like strange reptilian creatures.
These are all Starfighter races. They're all like base Starfighter races.
We're playing Starfinder. That's the secret. Each one of these heads is on like a little cradle of branches, and they look peaceful and refreshed, almost as if they were sleeping.
Disturbing.
The gardener creature kind of like does a scratch or a scrape or something on the tree, and then this pulsing silver light kind of extends up from the roots and flow into the head of this elven woman who wakes up. Says, what? It's kind of like almost a voice devoid of emotion or any kind of like living feeling. The elf's eyes snap open and glow with the silvery light. It says, "What knowledge do you seek?"
We seek knowledge of the dark frost whale.
And the omnibulators.
You speak of a Soyo.
Yes.
Millennia ago, elves of Sovrian encountered a creature that imposed from the dark tapestry coming from the depths of space. It appeared near Castroville, enslaving creatures and empowering them with unknown powers at the time. Its victims breathed out a chilling black dust that spread the enslavement. Calling it a whale is incorrect, though that is the most familiar form that we could reckon. The great houses of El subdued the beast, and inspired by the legacy of the cage, it was imprisoned there beneath the thickest part of its ice caps, deep under the crown of the world.
It was imprisoned on Golarion.
Indeed. I don't know what you mean by omnibulant curse.
Friend of ours. Well,
I think we're supposed to find that the what's her name's like mother or some other kind of person she knew about this. Assuming
that's
this
the
is
person
her.
we're talking
Yeah,
to.
I'm Iscariel.
Yeah. Yeah. So your granddaughter, is dying from it. It kills elves.
No, your grandson sent us to find you.
Regular son.
Your son sent us to find you.
Gentile, yes.
A woman named Lineal?
Aleli.
Lily. I don't know.
Names are hard.
Names are hard, exactly. Lily is dying from something we are from Golarion. We're from the cage. On our planet, we call it I'm gonna get this wrong. Omnibulant curse?
That's correct.
It's a weird word. We call it the omnibulant curse.
That's a real word.
I know. It's still
It's
Easy
a
word
it's
to
a
remember.
terrible word.
Who comes up with a word like that?
Losers.
Fantasy writers. That's it.
I was gonna say British people,
seriously.
probably.
They make a lot of words up.
That's fair.
probably them too. The omnibulant curse, and it has struck down, and then she'll say everything she knows about it.
How was Aleli stricken with this curse?
A key called the Shade Wither Key.
Oh, this thing. I pull it out of my bag.
Ooh.
Just touch this. And also, I assume my mark is still glowing while I touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, let me see it. Hold it in front of
Given
me.
prior experience, I don't think that's a good idea.
Let me examine it.
I show her like with her eyes, but I very distinctly don't let her touch it.
I mean, it's a head. Unless you make her touch it, she doesn't have the ability to touch it.
I don't know how much control she has over the branch.
She says, this item is fortified with the mark of Osilio, the Black Frost Whale, but it only clings to the edge of the key. Osilio's mark is fighting the curse.
Wait a minute.
A mark
Is
on
this
her neck.
Cecilia's
That's
mark?
the opposite of what I have. What happened?
Lycaena will show her the mark that we carry. Is this Cecilia's mark?
I believe so.
Oh, but the other guy had no idea.
Well, examining this curse, I have an idea for something that might counteract it. It does, unfortunately, perhaps leverage Osilio's power, but in order to save a life, I think that is a risk worth taking. I have notes back in Lascialua. Please tell Jinthiel to consult the 3rd restorative formula for my 7th lab journal. You
I write
will.
that down. 3rd assorted, 7th lab journal. Got it.
There will be a requirement to acquire waters from She Who Walks Through Seasons.
I'm really going to regret asking this. Who is she who walks through seasons?
Jinthiel will know what to do. Just trust me.
Meh.
He should have that. It's a substitution that should be obvious to him. And you also get a sense that she kind of like rolls her eyes. Just a little bit. But if Valelia is sick, that's hopefully I believe that this can break the curse. And based on what you've told me of this curse, it's a problem for lots of people on Golarion. We should help them as well.
Yeah. You have to get back there first, but yeah.
Based on this mark on you and the fact that you have this mark of Osoyo on this key, I have reason to believe you've somehow been exposed to the Black Frost Whale's influence.
So, what are we supposed to do about that?
As far as I know, it's still trapped under the crown of the world.
Conundrum.
Under the crown of the world. Wait, the ice caps?
Yeah, North Pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I know what this is. I read this book. Not this one.
Is this when Joe played for 3 sessions before he realized he'd already done the campaign?
No. In the Legendary Creatures book, there's the Samun Kar or whatever. I know what these guys. At least about the guys that are revolved around this mythos anyway. So we're marked with the whale. The whale's probably safely locked away, but things related to him are stirring, so probably not.
I can't exactly tell you how Osoyo could be involved. Things like this are never mere coincidence.
If the manipulative curse is of the whale guy, well, no, it makes sense. That was locked away. Never mind. Take it
It's
back.
not. No, I can clearly see that the origin of this curse and Osoyo's power are at odds.
Well, we know that
Didn't
the Dark Fae
Wait.
dude was trying to manipulate the curse, so maybe...
Wait. Was it the dark?
Go make
Like, because I got the impression it wasn't actually his curse, but is that like accurate?
When you confronted him, he wanted you to explain how you broke his curse.
Okay.
whale?
No,
apparently
the
the whale
smiley
broke
guy.
the curse.
Kanipo
the smiley guy.
Slim.
The smiley guy
The
is
guy
the one who
who-
wanted us to fix his curse.
You know,
So it was actually his curse.
His logic was he wanted to know how you broke his curse, and then since you were obviously powerful enough to do that, he wanted to compel you to being his
Air or
like,
something.
heir.
I'm just saying, you know, might be an easier life than this.
Ruling the Shadowfell.
Probably be a
I mean,
darker
if he
life.
didn't want us to kill each other, I would have volunteered. Like,
He gave you an option where nobody had to die.
yeah, we had to
Yeah,
make
but
a
only-
baby.
Had to make a baby. Right in
Yeah,
front of
and
him.
I don't mean to be like, but
Snap,
I only
snap.
feel like there's 2 characters here who can who could have carried that baby to term, and
That's magic, baby. He could have given you like a
Lycaena wasn't
fingernail to bite
particularly
on.
keen on the idea.
So
I mean, like, I logic that around. I figured, if Khali carried the baby, like, cats have a shorter,
Khali
to
does
put
not
it in
think
Kanipo's term, gestation period.
oh, gross.
Hey, you gave us the term. You can't call it gross now. It's
I
too
didn't
late.
make that word up. The British did.
You can't blame the British on everything.
Every word. What do
Yes,
we call
we
the
can.
language, Joe?
Anglo-Saxon origins.
Anglo-Saxon.
American.
No,
We speak America.
we do.
Iscariel is kind of bright-eyed and blinking at this at as you guys kind of puzzle things out amongst yourselves, but is unperturbed.
I feel like she
Yeah.
should be a bit more perturbed, honestly.
She's ahead. What's she gonna do?
So what's the
Be
worry
concerned.
about when you're ahead on a tree?
Yeah,
What are you gonna be
No,
worried about?
yeah.
I guess. I mean, there's not exactly a lot of ways it can be worse.
Be pretty nonchalant.
Yeah.
Wait, are the souls still in the body, or are these just collections of memories? Like, is this effectively a fancy talking corpse, or is there actually a soul in that head?
I would rather not know this information.
Is this you pondering, or do you want to bring that up?
I'm pondering
Okay.
with a recall knowledge.
Okay. You do. Okay, yeah. So you get based on the way this thing is reading minds and the way this thing went through your head, you get the sense that this is not Iscariel's corpse and that Iscariel genuinely died. This is literally just a hard drive.
I'm
Be
more
like-
comfortable with that than it actually being a soul.
You got your being AI assistant. I promise that eventually this campaign turns into Starfinder. Wait until we get on our spaceships.
I mean, your description of the various heads definitely implies as much. It's some Vesk and some fucking Formians and the Sahin. I can't remember what they're called. Yeah. Surprised there wasn't an android in there.
Well, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Androids are obviously androids.
Not
It's
always.
Starfinder.
Is there anything that looks like a golem? Like a metal golem? Oh no, wait, androids are like humanoid with like skin and like
Yeah, they
weird
just got like
things.
Shadowrun tattoos on
Oh,
them.
sorry. But the Shadowrun tattoos are cool.
Definitely, it's the 80s, and you're writing Shadowrun.
I was reading that. I guess like fucking whichever publisher, Catalyst or whatever, is entirely dropping the ball, and they've like lost their website.
Oops.
They didn't fucking
I don't
re-up
find
it, so
that-
due to control of it.
Shocking in the least.
So Iscariel can just casually conversate with her if you'd like.
Hmm.
If you have any
What's
further
it like
questions?
being
or
ahead on a tree.
Oh, I don't really experience time, so when you're not here, I don't. I'm not conscious, but this
I was
this preservation is I consider to be of great significance and importance.
I mean, it was definitely important to us, so like
So, because everybody here sought it out, right? Sensibly.
The Oasia culturally seek it out. I think other creatures might perhaps stumble upon this place and be subsumed.
That's definitely a word to choose.
Yeah.
It's like these guys asked us to give up. So I assume they're not interested in taking a memory from us. They're not going to take our heads.
It is not the approach of the gardeners to take memories that are unvolunteered. However, creatures that are openly hostile to them, they defend themselves vigorously and in success collect those memories before the passing of their belligerents.
I mean, if my hunch about Starfighter races is true, and that is a Vesk, that's it's pretty much up their alley. Being hostile, that is. Well, I guess we go back and talk to her son. Tell him what's what.
Have them look at a book.
Reading Rainbow.
If I am no longer necessary for your research, I will.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's great. I've missed talking to people.
Seeming a lot less like a hard drive.
Well,
It's a really accurate hard drive.
Mirrors are really built in, like strong. It's fine.
so Iscariel closes her eyes, and the like kind of silvery light from the trunk of the tree kind of stops flowing in that direction, and it seems like the life in her eyes and the color kind of fades away, and the gardener creature kind of lets her go. And he turns to you. Now, to the matter of our bargain.
That's fair. I guess we did make this bargain. So, who's willing to give up a memory?
I want to know the specifics of this.
We give up a memory. We don't get to keep
yeah,
it.
you
We go on into the
volunteer an experience, something.
To be like a significant experience?
Significant experiences would be more appropriate, and once harvested, you will no longer retain them. It will be as if it never happened.
We could go kind of meta on this and say, you know, the memory of when our party met, because we don't actually have that down. In that way, we don't know because the tree guy has it.
Are we each expected to give something up?
No, I don't think that's necessary. They are hive mind, if that wasn't clear. You spoke with one of our memories, so one of your memories, I believe, would suffice.
Kirik's certainly not volunteering any of his memories.
Do we have to rock, paper, scissors this?
Let me know how it was, and I'll volunteer the memory of our party getting together.
I mean, they probably don't want Jan's nickname.
Not a memory.
Well, the memory of how we got it.
Like, I mean, knowing a nickname is still a memory, right?
Yeah, but I think they're looking for like previous experiences that kind of fits the motif they have.
See, Khali would happily offer a memory, but Khali does not want her head on a tree in any manner.
They're not going to put your head on the tree.
Even like this better.
I guess there's a possibility that the tree will form itself into a head.
If that is a concern of yours, these repositories are made with full volunteers of their entire conscious being. The memories you are offering to us will be consumed.
Okay. Khali will offer her first potion.
You want to remove a potion from your formula list and have to relearn it?
No, I mean like what got her into like the initial experience, like first successful. You know, that would be significant for Khali.
Yeah, so you're willing to forget you becoming an alchemist?
Yeah.
Like successful one, not because she would obviously have more successes after that.
Sure, yeah. We call that level 2, level 3.
You just lose your level 1 stuff and keep your level 2 and 3 stuff.
I mean, if I lose the memory of a potion, I can just relearn a potion. So
Yeah, and to the Callborn, the process of you learning a formula is something that they consider to be a satisfactory trade.
okay. What do we still have on us that I can relearn? We have a shiver bottle somewhere.
I have it.
Yeah, can I give them that formula?
Yeah, so the
So we just
process
take
of
that away?
you remembering, or like you came across this bottle specifically that night where you broke down the extra one that you had so that you can go over its constituent components and reformulate it. Yeah, like you volunteer that. He comes and puts his hand over your head and pets you a little bit because you're a cat. And rips your head off and starts drinking the neural juice. No, and he goes over the memory with you to make sure that you're completely comfortable with this, and is like, we do not crave violence. This is nourishment to our entire civilization. With this blessing of yours, we thank you deeply and kindly.
Oh, he's so nice.
And then he deletes the thing off of your character sheet. That's Silver Self. You already did it.
You nuked it.
Yeah.
Shiver gone. And then the other two would just go like nom 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 nom. And
Khali be like, that was weird.
what was it that I gave to them? And yeah, with the knowledge of where a formula lives in Lascialua, you can maybe perhaps help Aleli, who is hopefully going to send you home. And you guys have found some MacGuffins.
Some collection of MacGuffins.
I liked it some.
We did it!
Hey.
Yeah. So successful encounter with these guys. I'm gonna award this XP for this stuff, and we'll call the session.
How much XP is the reward? Because we're getting close enough that I don't expect a level right now, but I'm counting it. I'm counting down.
Well, I think by the time we hit 4th, we're basically at the end of the book, and I don't think we're there yet.
You are.
Oh, whoa.
That is a collection of experience.
For some reason, it didn't go to somebody, so that's wrong.
Is this
Kirrik.
Oh, I have 1337 experience.
Hold on, I'll be
You
right
can
back.
go to Lycaena.
Yep, good old lead experience.
That was a lot of experience.
Were those guys actually like a severe mega super threat, and we've now circumvented the encounter by not being assholes?
Reason. Brain drain.
That or it's actually the end of the book, and it's just a collection of XP. Like, hey, you should be level 4 by the end of this book.
Well, I'm glad they didn't murder us.
Me too.
Nice.
Hey, Lycaena didn't get any of that experience.
Yeah.
Wait, a class feat and a skill feat?
That's not the right XP. I did it wrong. Wrong.
Wait, so should I
Lycaena get
take
some
back my
experience?
480 XP?
I'm hurt.
Wait, Adam's gone.
But had
He
to
had the
walk
wrong-
away
he
for
had to-
a minute.
Wrong XP, but he had to walk away for a minute.
He's abandoned us.
On
I
XP
see.
yourselves.
No.
I don't want a math.
1, 2, 3, 7, 30. Those are still fine. I wonder if this works. Can I just do a minus 40? Oh, nope, I can't do minus variety.
12 sessions left at least.
It's also not the end of the book. We have at least 2 sessions
7
left.
minus
Okay.
480. Not 4,000. 480. 857.
Mhm.
Before that experience was added.
Yeah, I was at 857. Well, we all survived, sort of.
I just gave them the memory of how to create drugs.
It's okay. I'll teach you how to make more drugs.
You taught our
Kirik's
trees how
name
to
really-
make drugs.
Is Kirik's name really Mournful Kirrik?
As exemplars gain levels, they get like titles or epithets, which are part of their powers. So actually, I always I forget to use it, but root epithet mournful is one I have.
Level 7 each. A little strong.
But that's why we didn't go in swinging.
Yeah, he's got the mournful now.
We're not monsters.
I mean, except for that time you killed, 4 poor aberrations just trying to bookkeep.
Lycaena firmly believes that that is what her god wanted her to do.
Those guys are level 7 each, and we got our goal. We accomplished our goal with them in the room, and that means we should get all that experience. That stands to reason for me.
I want to agree with you, but I'm pretty sure I said no to that exact same logic last campaign.
Yeah, but you're not the one running this game.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Joe.
You're not the GM, Joe.
Yeah, but I
You're
also
not
don't want to be a
charged.
hypocrite.
Yeah, but you're not a hypocrite if it wasn't your...
Yeah, you don't want to be a hypocrite, so you shouldn't argue against us getting it now.
I think we should just wait till Adam gets back, and he will tell us whatever we're supposed to know.
Unbypassable is a strong word. We could have this is theoretically bypassable. If we rolled nothing but 20s and they rolled nothing but 1s, we would have done it.
I don't think we're going to level, guys. I hate to be the one to say it.
Be fine.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Well, aren't we supposed to end... I mean, there's at least
No,
a couple sessions
not
left
that
in the
thing.
book, and aren't we supposed
mean-
to end the book at level 4, or do we get to level 4 in the book and end at level 5?
Yeah, something like
We
that.
probably get to level 4 during or shortly before the end of the book.
No, my point was for Nick's argument, because there might be a situation where, like, us rolling a 20 might not be a critical success on a save with that big of a level difference.
Yeah, but if they only roll 1s and we only roll 20s, we're still reliably hitting. They may or may not reliably hit on a 1. It'll even out.
I don't
I
think
think
you've
it's
seen
safe
my
to
roll.
say- I think it's safe to say that, like, they would have killed us.
Nope, they would have mounted our heads on trees.
All right, let's see if you guys are gonna be heads on trees.
I don't want this.
Lycaena doesn't want to fight these guys.
No, we're not gonna. It'll be a pretend fight. It's a spar.
A spar. They roll 1 attack, kill Kirrik. Spar over.
Let's just do their base melee attack. See what happens.
Wait, he's right next
Oh
to
my
Teriani.
gosh, it's true.
We have a chance.
And see, that wouldn't hit. So they rolled nothing but 1s, and we rolled nothing but 20s.
The math is tight.
Thus, it's not unbypassable. Thus, we get 480 experience. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be taking my my solicitor fee next.
Ipso facto. All right, did you guys fix the bad math I gave you earlier?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, that's why I'm trained in diplomacy. The mournful epithet.
So sad. Let's talk about this.
Do you have the correct number?
I'm working on it.
The document he's working on it.
Wait until I get my next epithet, which is probably going to be Peerless Under Heaven. Now then my full name will be Mournful Kirrik, who's Peerless Under Heaven.
Oh no.
At what point do we just turn your name into an acronym?
You can't, though. The name has power. Hence why once I get the name who is Peerless Under Heaven, I can strike at like 6 dudes at the same time.
You're not gonna make us say your full name the entire time, are you?
He's an anime
Absolutely.
character. He has to say it.
I think it's safe to say that Lycaena is never going to say his full name, so it's cool.
Really disrespectful, guys. Come on.
Only because it's too many words. That's all. He knows how she feels about talking.
You could have as many syllables as you have words in your name. Even then, that might be a bit much.
That's the point. It's a lot of words in my name. The name keeps growing.
So are we getting XP from this encounter or not?
Yes, it is becoming present now. I'm typing in a joke to put on the reason.
Joke reason. $15 XP off,
I
huh?
know, it stinks. This way you get to level up during an appropriately cinematic time. And also you could blame having a 5th character. He messed up the whole progression.
Oh my god. This guy.
Dang, should have just given up the memory of me being in the party.
You're not going to be here next week, right? Right, dog?
I don't think I will. I think I'll be on an airplane.
He's going to be on an airplane. Join the campaign, play twice, left forever.
Just enough to soak up XP.
Just saying, if he doesn't if he doesn't come back, I want that fucking like
Retroactive
whatever.
experience points.
15% experience back.
Yeah, stealing our jobs and our
Where
XP.
are you heading, Ryan?
I am going down to Pennsylvania.
Sounds like
for
fun.
for my little sister's graduation.
Hey, little sister, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
Alright, hopefully next time we play we'll be on version 12. Probably not.
128.
Yeah, I know, right? Nick's already furious.
But you haven't experienced my ferocity yet. I'm furious.
Get those level 4s ready, because it's going to happen in a cinematically appropriate time.
I see.
We go hunt on the last fucking microwave koala.
You got XP for that microwave koala already.
Did we already get XP for the mushrooms?
You did.
Did we get XP for identifying the scrolls?
And you didn't even succeed at that, wink. Not a single recall knowledge was succeeded this whole session.
Wow.
I mean,
I got a shiny plate.
some identify magic was for sure, but
Yeah.
Well, Lycaena managed to do
Can I
it.
see how those went? Like, do I just have like an average of 2 or something?
All right, let me scroll through your rolls. The most recent one you made about the tree being a soul, you did succeed at.
Oh, okay.
Previous roll total 10. Sorry, that was yawns. Teriani 12. Teriani
Wait, 12 total or 12 on the die?
12 total.
Oh god.
10 total.
Most of my rolls are at like +9 or +7, so it's not looking great.
Teriani recall knowledge 4 on the die.
So that's just unfortunate.
Before that, Teriani identifying the mushrooms, a 5 on the die.
And Taryn just had a bad day. Off day, headache.
Teriani,
Brains got microwaved.
you did succeed on the buckler. You guys all succeeded. Piece of magic. For this. Teriani, a 5 on the crossbow. A scrolls. They were in a fight. I'm not. Yeah, bad day. Let's go to tomorrow in terms of game.
I blame the koalas.
Yeah, Dan Koalas upset you.
Microwave my brains.
All right. So I think we're going to be all on minus Ryan next week.
Yep.
Ryan's missing next week?
He's going to Spain.
How dare you go to another country and prioritize your
Sorry.
vacation over tabletop game?
Pennsylvania.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing he's
Pennsylvania,
not.
Spain.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Pennsylvania.
Spain.
Sorry. I get those places mixed up all the time.
Pennsylvania.
and what?
Okay.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's really close to Spain.
Oh, okay.
Pittsburgh's basically Spain.
Yeah.
You know, it's certainly very sunny. Probably a number of Spanish speakers.
I'm
Yep.
having fun. You're all wonderful people, but
Good
I'm
night.
exhausted and I'm going to bed.
I should put it the same.
The trip back
Good night.
to Las Galana is uneventful. Except now you've talked to a head.
Nice.
Good night.
All right, good night, everybody.
Goodbye.